KXO. Time for some high school football. Here's Mickey Dale.
It's Imperial Tiger football on KXORadio.com. Now, let's get ready for the kickoff with George Grijalva and Mickey Dale. Tiger football on KXORadio.com.
Good evening and welcome to Shimamoto Simpson Stadium on the campus of Imperial High School for Tiger football. I'm Mickey Dale along with George Grijalva, and we're back on homecoming night as the Tigers play host to the Calexico Bulldogs. And it truly is a homecoming game, George, as we've been gone for 5 weeks on the road. In fact, the last time the Tigers played at home was September 10th. So it feels like we've been gone forever.
Yeah, we've been gone
almost
forever.
in November. It's always exciting to enjoy Friday Night Lights when it's homecoming. You see people you haven't seen in a while. We were looking at a few before the game tonight. There's generally some class reunions. I don't know of any that are going on right now with COVID going on. It may have curtailed that, but it's just an exciting night all around. We've got a nice-looking football field with a white eye in the middle at the 50-yard line with a red outline to it. The Pride of Imperial band on the field getting ready, and the team's setting up for tonight's game. But, George, you remember some of the battles between the Tigers and the Bulldogs in the past. There were some good ball players on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I remember some of the speed that Calexico always had. Always had some quick back.
Name some of them. Pete
Gerardo was one. David Zuniga was another one.
Right.
The Ochoa brothers.
Right.
Almost an end. I don't remember what Mart did. Gosh.
Louis Montano was quarterback there, right?
78, class of 78.
So
he was everything.
There were some great battles there, and
wrestler.
Always close. You know, there'd be times where Calexico would win. Sometimes Imperial would win. You know, if we went down to Calexico, it was always a close game. There was never a runaway game.
73
in those days.
Perfect example.
Right.
When Imperial won the CIF championship,
right.
We beat
and to beat them, I think it's by a touchdown or 12-7 or something. It was close. It was a very close game with Calexico. Now, in the last meeting between these two teams was last spring. Of course, we didn't play in the fall of 2019 due to COVID, or 2020 due to COVID. We played early in spring in the 21. Now, a couple other names, too, that my Uncle Wendell here was telling me about, and also refreshed memory. Primo Villanueva, who went on to play at the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA, helped lead them to the national championship in 1954, played on this field, and threw an interception in the end zone. Joe Bosch intercepted, went 102 yards for a touchdown for the Tigers against Primo and the Bulldogs. That was back in 1950. So there's just a lot of memories that you can bring up between these two squads. So it's neat that we're now in the IVL. We get to see them every year, where for a while, unless it was a non-league game, we wouldn't see Calexico.
Right. I just thought of another name, Carl Monitor.
Carl Monitor.
Big Carl.
Good baseball player.
Oh, I hate
He could bring a ball.
He was 7.
Lately, the Tigers, however, have dominated, winning the last 14 games against the Bulldogs, including last year's 35-0 shutout in Calexico. And that marked the 4th shutout in a row by the Tigers over the Bulldogs. And in that span, Imperial has outscored Calexico 182-0 the last 4 meetings. Now, the last meeting was last spring. Brandon Adams rushed for 131 yards, scored 3 touchdowns for the Tigers. Quarterback Joaquin Alvarado added a rushing touchdown. And Stephen Shaw brought home a punt return into the end zone in that game. Do you remember that one?
Yes. Oh, he was so excited. He didn't sleep for a couple of nights.
And Stephen's part of the coaching staff now here.
Now he's helping his head coach, and he loves it. He's enjoying it so much.
It's great to see. And great to see players that shine here on the field and then stay along and are on the coaching staff. And as you say, coaching with his dad, too. That makes it extra
That's
special.
where I get my information from. The
there you go. Okay. Well, we'll look at the visiting Bulldogs when our pregame show continues in just a moment.
Priority registration for Imperial Valley College Winter and Spring 2022 intersession begins November 8th. We are providing an amazing opportunity for students to attend Imperial Valley College for free. All you need to do is apply to IVC if you haven't in the last 2 semesters, apply for financial aid, and register for classes. In addition, if you plan on attending IVC full-time, you will receive $800 to assist in the cost of educational-related expenses. If you're attending part-time, you will receive $250. Research the classes you want to take next. 2022 winter schedule is now available. Winter session begins January 3rd. Spring session begins February 14th.
When it comes to great Mexican food, El Zarate restaurant in Imperial should be number 1 because they do it right. From special quesadillas to 17 different burritos, not including 8 different breakfast burritos. Yeah, they have one you will love. The food is great, the service even better. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner at El Zarape, still offering curbside service. Call 760-355-4435. El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial.
Mickey Dale along with George Grijalva at Imperial for homecoming night. You can hear the Pride of Imperial band out on the field now entertaining the fans. They normally would do this at halftime, but tonight being homecoming, they won't be able to do that at halftime, so they're doing this as a pregame, which is kind of cool. We want to welcome Roy Platt onto the game with us tonight. Roy is checking in from Melissa, Texas, and
Roy,
watching their team play tonight. Halftime score, Melissa 63, Ranchview of Texas 0 at halftime. Oh, holy smoke. Yeah, so we're glad to have you, Roy, with us tonight, each and every week, checking in from Texas with us, and we appreciate that. And also there was another that I wanted to point out before we continue with our pregame here. We're on the radio tonight on KXO, 1230 a.m., also on YouTube, and also on the Internet. So we're on all 3 tonight. So I hope you can settle back and listen to us. Larry Martin from Siloam Springs, Arkansas, saying Go Big Red, listening to us, as well as Speedy Lee Elder from Talmadge, Ohio, will be checking in with us tonight as well. Each team comes into the game with identical 4-4 overall records with 3 common opponents. Both teams lost to Centro and Valle, while Imperial beat Holtville 14-8, and the Bulldogs dropped a heartbreaking 29-28 game to the Vikings. They'd missed 2 extra points early in the game, and that ended up costing them eventually. Calexico opened the season with a narrow 15-6 game to the top-ranked Division 5 Palo Verde Yellowjackets in Blight. Yes. Yeah, they've been playing very well, Palo Verde has. But yet they defeated Calexico by just a slim 15-6 score. That was followed by a trio of wins. They blasted Castle Park 60-6, then a 27-0 shutout of Calipatria, and a 21-12 win over Yuma. A 25-15 win over Southwest leaves them with a 1-2 record in Imperial Valley League play. 2 quarterbacks will see action at quarterback for the Bulldogs. David Esquer has thrown 7 touchdowns this season, while Abrams Azueta is used for much of the short yardage situations. He scored 4 rushing touchdowns. And Ernesto Sanchez, I was mentioning to you before the game, went wild in his first start against Castle Park, rushed for 170 yards, including an 80-yard touchdown.
Oh, Calexico.
So we look to see some big things from number 21 on the Calexico side. They're on the far side right now, and they're visiting all-white uniforms with the garnet numbers. They're not burgundy and not maroon. They're garnet. The garnet and gold over there, but they're in white with garnet, which I think that's pretty much what they were, I think, when we were in school.
Yeah, exactly what it was.
Although they had the vertical garnet and white socks. Remember those?
Yeah. Your memory, it blows me away sometimes.
We'll look at the Tigers when our pregame show continues in just a moment.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
8 Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's the place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. And if you're throwing a party, kegs, wine, and champagne. Everything you need at one convenient location. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save $1 with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, 8 Express is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Highway 86 and 8 Road in Imperial.
It's the Tigers and Bulldogs on homecoming night here in Imperial. The Tigers lost to the Central Spartans last week in a game where the Tigers showed some heart in the second half. Central scored a touchdown, and 16 seconds later added a second and a fumble recovery, put the Tigers down 14-0 real quick in the first quarter. It was 21-0 at the half, where Imperial mounted a 90-yard drive in the third quarter to open up the second half, capped by Seth Shaw's 5th touchdown of the season. That made it 21-7, gave us a little bit of hope.
I wish we could play that first half like we did the second.
Right.
It would have been a whole different game.
It would have been a whole different game. You're exactly right.
After that fumble recovery, took it in for a touchdown, we were back on our heels.
It burst the balloon on that, for sure. In 16 seconds, went from 0-0 to 14-0 in 16 seconds. Imperial got close to the goal line, They had a pass, if you remember, in the fourth corner of the end zone. It was just a little bit out of bounds, but it was completed, but it did not count because it was out of bounds. They were turned away, and the defending IVL champions claimed the 28-7 win. Central set up the IVL final game at next week's Bell game with Brawley after scoring a 42-0 shutout of Southwest last night in the El Centro City Championship game. The Wildcats have the week off to prepare for the Spartans. So the Bell game comes down to Central and Brawley in El Centro, Cal Jones Field. Both teams 3-0 in IVL play.
It's going to be a good game.
It's going to be a good game.
Okay.
We'll be here next week as Southwest will visit in the Johnny Romero helmet game, and it'll be our final regular season game of the season. But we will continue to monitor the score of that Bell game next week, and it will be interesting to keep looking for those updates. We'll look at other games that are involving Valley schools and our kickoff. That'll be coming up in just a moment.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Julie Oliver is your local insurance expert that knows the community. You'll get advice that you can trust to help you select coverage that's best for you. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Julie is here to help. Call your local Allstate agent Julie Oliver today at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800. Julie says, please stay safe and healthy. You are in good hands. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Start the day off right by having breakfast at the Broken Yolk Café. Once again, voted best breakfast in Imperial Valley by you, our customer. Thank you. Now remember, Broken Yolk strives every day to bring you great service and great food, still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yolk Café and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yolk Café on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
And the Imperial Tigers have entered Shimamoto Simpson Stadium in their home all-red uniforms with the white trim, the white interlocking IT on the sides of the helmet with the Pride of Imperial band. Playing on these Tigers. Cheerleaders separated on the front as the team runs from underneath the grandstands and then runs out onto the field. And they ran to the south end of the end zone. We'll have the national anthem and the coin toss in just a few minutes. It's the Tigers hosting the Bulldogs. Homecoming night here in Imperial. In Desert League action tonight, the league leading Palo Verde Yellowjackets will be hosting Vincent Memorial in Blight tonight. That'll be an interesting game.
I would love to watch Blight.
Yeah,
I would love.
I would like to have seen them. Yeah, I think they went out of the Imperial Valley League a year too soon. I think they'd have been very competitive with the team they've got this year. The other DL game was the Mountain Empire visiting Holtville. Calipatria will take the week off from league play, and they host St. Margaret. We will try to keep you updated as our night goes on. And Margaret should be listening. She said she would be. So I'm hoping she does. And Allie is here from Oklahoma. Right. Yeah, so Allie's listening as well.
I hope they're listening.
And Kata Down, now living here in Imperial over the winters. And she's also listening in. So and are getting it in and out.
You can't give it as a temperature because it's the same as
exactly. Yeah, if I were to ask her, it's 76. Yeah, I kind of know that.
I just noticed Ethan Ramos in uniform there.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Also listening in from Talmadge, Ohio, we mentioned Lee Elder. Temperature there, 46 degrees. 7 tornadoes touched down in the general area yesterday. He told his mother that tornadoes are earthquakes with wind. That's about right. And right now, we'll turn it over to the Proud of Imperial Band for our national anthem. In just a moment.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 760-355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers! Start the day off right with your favorite drink from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to the Brickhouse Deli. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from, hot drinks, blend drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the Valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, the Brickhouse Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
Captains going out of the team now. Wolfgang Horner, one of the captains for the Tigers, along with Seth Shaw, Jeremiah Naylor, and this is Zach Bray, the other captain for Imperial. And for the Bulldogs, let's see David Escare on the fall side. Also Abrams Zueta, one of the captains for the Bulldogs. And it looks like another captain, is it 66 it looks like, or 56, Christian Martinez.
Yeah.
And we'll try to get and 52 is the other one. Diego Gurola are the captains for the Bulldogs as they go out in the middle of the field. As we mentioned, the Bulldogs in all white uniforms with their garnet numbers and a garnet C on the side of the helmets. They're white helmets. And the Tigers in all red with white trim and the interlocking white IT on the side of the helmet. And the coin toss being flipped right in the middle of the 50-yard line on the top of a big white eye with the red trim around it. That always looks cool for homecoming night.
And Ethan Ramos is out there with them, too.
And Ethan Ramos, who starred here at Imperial in his Marine uniform. Very cool. Tigers win the toss. They will kick off to open the game. They'll be kicking from the south to the north, to the left, to the right on your dial here on KXO Radio, 12:30 a.m. El Centro, California. And along the internet at KXORadio.com and on YouTube tonight as we cover all three. We have a simulcast. How can you have three? What do you call that?
I don't.
A tricast?
Tricast.
We call it a tricast, I guess. So the Bulldogs will get the ball first to open up the ball game.
Wind is getting stronger. That flag straight out right now.
Right. Quite a bit of wind coming from the west, which, of course, for you, those of you familiar with the field here in Imperial, it will be to the side. You will not be throwing into the wind tonight. It will be at your side one way or the other. And the Bulldogs out on the field now and going back deep to receive. On the near side will be Andrew Rivera. And can you see the number on the other side? Number 3, I think it is. Yeah. Jose Lara, or actually Andres Ramirez on the far side. And kicking off for the Tigers.
22.
Yeah, it's not going to be Ethan this week. It's going to be Francisco Lopez will be starting off, kicking off for the Tigers.
They're going everything short now. No more deep. Yeah. You can't put it into the end zone anymore.
Oh, really? Just can't do it, huh? Wow. Okay. So Frankie Lopez will be kicking off for the Tigers to open up the ball game. It's homecoming night in Imperial, always an exciting night. You'll hear the cheerleaders in the background. As we mentioned, I think we had 5 cheerleaders when we were in school. They have 5 captains now and about 30 cheerleaders. So they can make quite a bit of noise you'll hear in the background.
Even the band was just under 80. But what did we have when we were in school?
We had
20, 25?
Yeah, about that.
We had a heck of a pep band.
Yes, we did. It's going to be a low kick. It's going to bounce, be picked up at the 27-yard line, straight up the middle, breaking a tackle to 30, getting out to the 35-yard line is David Rivera, and that's where the Calexico Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10. And they will be placing the ball at their own 35-yard line. I put it down yet, but we're going to call it the 35-yard line. As we mentioned in the pregame, there are 2 different quarterbacks, and it looks like Abraham Zueta will start off at quarterback for the Bulldogs. We'll get the others for you in just a moment. Zueta from the shotgun, fumbles the ball. He's going to jump on it, though. He's going to lose it back to the 30-yard line, so it'll be a loss of 5 on the play, a second down and 15. Tailback was set to be Ernesto Sanchez, but I do not see him back there in that position. It looks that David Rivera is starting at the fullback slot. Coming to the near side is Pedro Cruz, and in the slot will be Zeus Pratis. He'll go in motion to the right side. Handoff goes over right tackle, and getting a couple of yards on the play will be Pratis. And it will be now a third down and about 12 to go.
We had Wolfgang Horner and Aiden Shields combining for the tackle for the Tigers. Yeah, on that previous play, he had the ball already. When he turned to hand it to his running back, it slipped right out like a wet banana. A lot of shifting going on right now.
Third down and 12, ball at the 33-yard line.
A lot of movement.
And a lot of movement. A timeout's going to be called on the field by Calexico. So with 10:39 remaining in the first quarter play, it's the Tigers 0 and the Bulldogs 0.
Priority registration for Imperial Valley College Winter and Spring 2022 intersession begins November 8th. We are providing an amazing opportunity for students to attend Imperial Valley College for free. All you need to do is apply to IVC if you haven't in the last 2 semesters, apply for financial aid, and register for classes. In addition, if you plan on attending IVC full-time, you will receive $800 to assist in the cost of educational-related expenses. If you're attending part-time, you will receive $250. Research the classes you want to take next. 2022 winter schedule is now available. Winter session begins January 3rd. Spring session begins February 14th.
So the Bulldogs now with a third down and 12 from their own 33-yard line. Actually, it'd be about the 32-yard line. So third and 13 from the 32. Zazueta stays in a quarterback in the shotgun. Man in motion going to the far side. Going to get the pitcher on the right side. There's going to be some motion against Calexico, and that'll bring them back another 5 yards. It'll be now a third down and 18 and bring it back to their own 27-yard line.
It looks like we have the same starting 11 that we had last week on the defensive side.
On the defensive side for the Tigers, as you mentioned, we have Aiden Shields, Wolfgang Horner, Diego Valencia along the line, Pablo Moreno, Jeremiah Naylor at the linebacker position, along with Zach Ray and Kai Bishop. Man in motion going to the far side is Zeus, and rolling out to the right side. Penalty flag goes down. Zazueta throws downfield, and it goes down on the ground. Will be incomplete. They may go against Calexico again. Some movement possibly before the line. Let's see what he calls here. Call. Illegal motion against the Bulldogs. Other starters for the Tigers on defense, as I mentioned, Zach Ray and Kai Bishop at linebacker, Devin Meza, Victor Valenzuela. Seth Shaw was to start at free safety.
He was.
And was he starting at free safety?
Yes.
I know he's been bothered by a sore ankle.
Yeah, real bad.
But he is back deep to receive on this punt. OL Via Campos, the strong safety for the Tigers.
I can't see the punter's number.
Try to get the number for you. It's number 6. Going to be a high punt. It'll land at the 45-yard line, go straight to the right side, and then it'll be down to the 44. That's where the Tigers will have the ball first and 10, and they'll be at their own 44-yard line with great field position. 10:23 to go here in the first quarter. Offensively for the Tigers, Reese Vindiola expected to start at the quarterback position. Seth Shaw, will he be starting at running back? I don't know. It's kind of up in the air. Jeremiah Naylor is also running back. He goes in and out. And Seth Shaw will be at the tailback position to start this one out. The receivers is Dominic Suarez moves over to the left side. Zach Ray in the backfield for the Tigers. We'll get the others for you in just a moment on the line. And goes in motion to the far side. Going to get the handoff. Penalty flag goes down. So motion by the Tigers and the penalty.
Same thing.
So they'll make it a first down of 15 and bring it back to the 39-yard line.
A lot of dirty laundry, like Michael Fong is saying.
Exactly. C.J. Tiernan was on the man in motion and got the ball on that. Diego Valencia, 1 tackle. Wolfgang Horner also on the left side. The centers, Jose Apodaca, Andres Castellum, and Ethan Reeves on the right side for Imperial. And goes in motion again. Tiernan gets the handoff around the left side. Picks up a block, turns up field, gets to the 45, still on his feet, across the 50-yard line, going to be gang tackled, but until he gets all the way down to the 46-yard line, and a gain of about 15, be very close to a first down.
I like the way he cut it to the right out when he went by the tackle, and then out to the...
Going to be just shy of it, so a gain of 14. It'll be a second down and less than 1 from the Calexico 46-yard line.
Good start.
Oh, but it's going to be a first down. They moved to the last moment. It's going to be a first down. So the Tigers have a man in motion, fake it one way, hand it to Seth Shaw on the other. Seth tries to turn the corner, going to be bounced out, knocked down at about the 44-yard line. He'll get a couple of yards on the play.
For 19, Andrew Rivera with the tackle on Shaw. I missed the first play on the.
Yeah, he'll get a couple of yards on that one. It'll be a second down and 8 from the Calexico 44.
We got Ollie off to the right here.
Indiola at quarterback in the shotgun. As Tiernan in motion coming to the near side. Gets the handoff, rolls out to his right. Turns upfield at the line of scrimmage. They're going to be gain tackled by the Bulldogs after a gain of just a yard. So the Tigers facing now 3rd down and 7 from the Calexico 43. Good pursuit by the Calexico interior line and the linebackers. For them, their defensive ends are Andres Castro, a sophomore, Gabriel Verdugo, defensive tackles Francisco Areola and Diego Garola, linebackers Troy Marin, Carlos Hernandez, and Deuce Pradas is going both ways. We'll get the defensive backs for you in a moment. And in motion, fake it, back to pass, Vindiola. Sets up, a little screen to the far side. Zach Bray's going to get it. And can't break the tackle at the 40-yard line. Good open field tackle that will stop what would look like a first down. And it was by Troy Marin who will get that. And he'll get tackled at the 39-yard line after a gain of 4. So 4th down and about 3 coming up for the Tigers.
One more block. One more block, and he's gone.
Yep. I think you're right.
The pulling, I think it was the center that went out. Missed the block.
Tigers are going to go for it on a 4th down and 3 from the Calexico 39-yard line. Will we see a hard count right here,
of course.
Or were you already thinking that? Indiola in the shotgun. Straight handoff to Seth Shaw. Not going to make it. The Bulldogs defense holds strong and will take over after a loss of 2 back at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10, Calexico.
Number 52, Diego Urola and Abraham Sasueta made the tackle. The quarterback playing middle linebacker.
Yeah. Isn't that something?
Wow.
Yeah, he's a good ball player. He really
not number 1 coming in.
But David Esquer will come in a quarterback for the Bulldogs. Good passing quarterback. Has 7 touchdown passes this year. Going to have 2 wide receivers to each side of the field. And 1 coming in motion. They're going to have to get the handoff after all. I thought he was going to fake it to him, but he ends up handing it off up the middle to David Rivera. And Rivera will get to about the 46-yard line. Good gain of 5. It'll be a 2nd down and 5.
Pablo Moreno brought him down, but he got away from Zach Ray. I cannot believe that. Zach had him in the backfield. Zach's a big boy, about 205.
Scare runs to the sideline to get the play and runs back. The quarterback creates a lot of running. Of course,
like Raleigh
we have seen that, and many teams do that. 2 wide receivers again to each side of the field, and Rivera, the lone running back behind Esquer in the pistol. Esquer gets the pitch back, going to throw it out to the right side, going to complete it. Twisting out across the 50-yard line is Andres Ramirez. Because he is going to be down right at the 50-yard line, so a gain of 4. 3rd down, and going to be a short 2 coming up at the 50-yard line.
Ty Bishop didn't give up on that, and he hit him hard, close to the sideline. But just a quick little hitter off to the right there. He stepped back.
3rd down and 2. For the Bulldogs, right at the 50-yard line. Man goes in motion, going to get the ball. Good pursuit by the Tigers, and he's going to be drilled down hard at the 46-yard line. Ty Bishop with the tackle, and a loss of 4. It'll be a 4th down and 7.
Good pursuit by the 2 linebackers for the Tigers. Zach had him, got away from Zach Ray, and then Bishop finished him off.
Rivera was the running back on that and gets the loss of 4, 4th down and 7. So Calexico will punt, and back to punt will be Pedro Cruz, his 2nd punt of the game. And Seth Shaw back to receive. As we mentioned, there's a pretty stiff breeze coming out of the west. It'll go right to left on the punter. Good snap back. Punt goes high in the air. Shaw will step away from it. It'll hit at the 32-yard line, go out of bounds at about the 34 or so. And the Tigers will have possession of the ball, 1st and 10, and they're going to mark it at the 34-yard line. 5:30 to go, first quarter, no score here in Imperial. The Tigers and the Bulldogs of Calexico on homecoming night.
Looks like we got Vindiola out there right now. At quarterback, CJ's going up.
So Vindiola will stay in at quarterback. Tiernan will stay in a running back position.
Yeah.
And the Tigers will have two wide receivers going to the left side of the field, and the slot will be Tiernan. And then going to the far outside will be Dominic Suarez. And now Frankie Lopez will move over to the left side. So it'll be trips left for the Tigers. And Alejandro Perez, the only receiver to the short side of the field, to the right side. Vindiola gets the snap, hands it off to Tiernan. Chris will get across the 35-yard line to about the 37, a gain of 3, second down at 7.
Oh, that was Seth. That was number 2.
It was Seth?
Yes.
Oh, Seth. Okay, I apologize for that. It was Seth. I thought it was Tiernan coming across. So it was Seth Shaw that got the carry on that. We'll get the 3-yard gain. Second down now, and 7 from the 37. Shaw will stay in the backfield to the left side of Vindiola, and Tiernan will go into the slot on the left. Make the handoff, going to pitch it out to the left side, trying to pick up a block as Tiernan gets the catch, but he's going to have a hard time getting back to the 35-yard line. It'll still be a loss of 3 on the play. And the Tigers will have a 3rd down and 10 coming up.
Oops. Wrong team. 55. Gabriel Verdugo. And on the tackle for the Bulldogs.
Put the ball right at the 35-yard line, so a 3rd down and 9 from the 35 for the Tigers.
Calexico's looking good on the defensive side.
They sure are. They're inspired right now, for sure. The trips right this time for the Tigers. And Shaw will stay in the backfield to the left side of Vindiola. Goes back to pass. Going to throw it short to Tiernan. He's hit immediately and brought down as Troy Marin will come up with a nice tackle in the open field at the 39-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but the Tigers will have to punt.
Oh, still there.
Oh, they're going to go for it. All right. Show a little extra there. And the Tigers will call a timeout. 3:45 to go in the first quarter of play. It's the Tigers 0 and the Bulldogs 0.
When it comes to great Mexican food, El Zarape restaurant in Imperial should be number 1 because they do it right. From special quesadillas to 17 different burritos, not including 8 different breakfast burritos. Yeah, they have one you will love. The food is great, the service even better. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner at El Zarape. Still offering curbside service. Call 760-355-4435. El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial.
So the Tigers initially set up to go for it. They're going to decide to punt it after all, as they had a 4th down at about 6 from their own 39. Ethan Gonzalez-Lopez will be back to punt for Imperial, averaging 42.5 yards a punt this season. And deep to receive for the Bulldogs is Andres Ramirez. Punt's going to angle toward the sideline, then takes the Calexico bounce, and will go out of bounds at about the 37. And Calexico will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The balls keep bouncing backwards for both teams.
All the punts have gone backwards. No, sideways or backwards. They get any kind of roll out of it all.
And everything's ended up on our sideline, too, so that wind's got to be carrying that ball.
Has to be a factor for sure, I think, tonight. It's to the side, but I think it's affecting the thoughts of any kind of long passes right now by the Tigers.
Yeah, they're going to have to go up
going things short right now. And David Esquer will stay in at quarterback. 5'6" junior will stay in at quarterback. Have a man in motion, going to hand it off to the right side, and he's going to be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. It just took too long for them to get that one to develop. David Rivera will get the ball. No gain. It will be a 2nd down at 10 from the Calexico 37.
Kai Bishop got 3 hard tackles already tonight. And it's like he didn't want to give him the ball.
Yeah, right, exactly.
He couldn't make up his mind whether to hand it off or not.
There's a little option over the left tackle, but you're right. It's like he was thinking about maybe keeping it himself and then at the last moment handed it off.
That would have been smart, though, because the Tigers against good penetration up front.
Rivera stays into the tailback slot. 2 wide receivers each side of the field. The scare and the pistol. Gets the snap. Looks over to the right side. Tries to set up. And here comes Jeremiah Naylor. Just nails him for a big sack. I believe that is his 4th of the season. 3rd or 4th of the season. It's going to go all the way back to the 30-yard line. A loss of 7. 3rd down now and 17.
No untouched.
I don't think anybody touched him, did they?
Yeah, he went right around the right side of the Calexico Bulldog line.
There just had no chance at all on that one.
He just froze, too.
Yeah,
he didn't move.
All he saw was Jeremiah, and he was flying in there.
Deer and headlights, what it was.
So from the pistol, 3rd down and 17 from the 30, back to pass the scare. It's going to be a little short pass, draw over the middle. Going to be caught and taken out to the 40-yard line by Andres Ramirez, but it'll be well short of the 1st down. Will be a gain of 10 on the play.
They set that up real nice. Pablo Moreno had it read. Beautiful little screen pass there.
Mm-hmm.
We got Shaw back.
Shaw deep to receive.
The 30
and a different puncher this time. Can we tell? Is it number 80?
80
hard to see. Is it? Okay, Jonathan Pacheco back to punt this time. High snap. Has to jump up for it. We'll get the punt off. It's kind of a line drive that Shaw's going to catch at the 37-yard line. Slips and falls at the 39, and I hope that wasn't his ankle falling out from under him, but he's getting up a little slow on the near side. And he does.
He's all right.
I don't know. Oof, kind of scary.
The way he kicked it out.
Kind of scary. The Tigers with the ball 1st and 10. They'll be at their own 39-yard line. No score in the game with 1:24 to go in the first quarter play. Shaw will stay in the lineup in the backfield. Zach Ray will also stay in the backfield. Aiden Shields will move over to the left side of the line. And Vin Deal at quarterback in the shotgun. Hand it off to Shaw on the left side. Shaw tries to turn the corner, does so, gets out to about the 45-yard line before he gets stacked up. Be good for a gain of 6, though. 2nd and 4 coming up.
That was CJ at the backfield there. And then we got Naylor at right tackle. Looks like we're seeing tight end.
I'd had him at a tight end, although he was an offensive lineman last year and was all league. But may have Naylor along the line. We'll take a look because he is on the line. He's at right tackle. You're right.
CJ stayed there. CJ stayed in that QB for the Tigers.
2nd down and 4. High snap, but Tiernan will get it down. Will step up to about the 47-yard line. They get stacked up by the Bulldogs and brought down from there. Like I say, got out to the 48, it'll be a gain of 3, so a 3rd down and a yard coming up for the Tigers. About a yard to go.
Back tackles for Troy Marin from his safety position.
3rd carry for Tiernan on the night. Has 19 yards on the 3 carries. And that 15-yarder early in the game. And that will be the end of the first quarter play. No score. Calexico and Imperial. We'll be back with more action in just a moment.
Peyton Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's the place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. And if you're throwing a party, kegs, wine, and champagne. Everything you need at one convenient location. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save a buck with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, Ayton Express is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Highway 86 and Ayton Road in Imperial.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
So the switch fields don't have to go very far. The Tigers at the 48-yard line, so they had to move the ball 4 yards. We're now going right to left from the north to the south here at Shimamoto Simpson Stadium. Desert League score, second quarter, Hopeville 0, Mountain Empire 0. A game being played at the Carrot Capital tonight. So 3rd down and a yard from the 48 for the Tigers. And then the quarterback will carry himself up the middle, get the first down into enemy territory, and will be dragged down all the way at the 44-yard line, but it will be a gain of 6 and a first down for the Tigers.
Just followed the center right up the middle for the first down.
We'll see if that will wear down the line of the Bulldogs with play calls like that. Bulldogs defense has played pretty well so far in this ball game.
They have good scouting by the coach.
Tiernan stays at quarterback. Hands it off to Shaw over the left side. Shaw will get up the middle, crossing the 40-yard line to about the 38 before getting stacked up. It'll be a gain of 6 and a 2nd and 4 coming up. As we mentioned, Seth has been hampered by a sore ankle.
Yeah.
So we weren't sure how much he'd be able to play tonight, but he's a gamer. 2nd down and 4 from the 38 of Calexico. Tiernan. And it off Shaw again. Shaw gets tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Will dive forward for a yard, but the Tigers are the 3rd and 3 now from the Calexico 37. Shaw with 15 yards now on 6 carries. Tigers with 44 yards of rushing in the ball game so far.
That was Abrams Despeta on the tackle again, the quarterback, the second quarterback for the Calexico.
He's a linebacker. You don't see that very often, do you?
Wow.
Your quarterback is playing a linebacker.
You always try to save him, protect him.
Take the handoff, throw over the middle, has a receiver open, and it's tipped away. Great job of tipping it away by Carlos Hernandez. Otherwise, that's possibly a touchdown to Zach Ray.
Yeah.
That beat the defense deep.
He got in behind him.
Good job of defense, though. You got to give him credit on that for sure.
Good call right there.
It was.
Good call.
Well, good quick throw over the middle. The Tigers will go for it deep into Bulldog territory with a 4th down and 3 at the Calexico 37. Shaw stays in the backfield to the right side of Tiernan. Zach Ray in the backfield to block. Tiernan gets the snap from the shotgun. Going to go straight up the middle. Then bounces out to the outside. Tries to make a cut at the 40 or the 35-yard line. He's going to be close. I think he may have it, but it will be very close. So they're going to stop the clock and check.
He just called it.
It is.
He just called it. Gene Martin just called it.
Okay.
What I think this field is a little slippery. I see a lot of kids losing their footing.
They got right at 3 yards on that one.
So we got Vendiola back in there. Set Shaw in the backfield. Jesse Nichols out to the left by himself. Oh, going to the other side.
I think everybody goes out to the right side. Now they're going to bring Dominic Suarez back to the left side. Jesse Nichols to go to the right along with Frankie Lopez and Alejandro Perez. As you said, Vendiola at quarterback now with Seth Shaw to his left side. Back to pass, pump fake. Going to throw it over the middle. Has a receiver. Going to complete it
Frankie?
At the 22-yard line. Frankie Lopez will get the catch. It'll be a first down for the Tigers on a gain of 12.
Little pump fake, and then he hit him as he was cutting up the middle there.
4 for 4 for Vendiola on the night.
Shaw off the left tackle, between guard and the tackle.
Shaw gets the call over left tackle. He gets about the 17-yard line, 18-yard line, like the 18-yard line. So about 4. So 2nd down and 6 coming up.
They're not wasting no time. They're
not at all. Tigers are back ready to go again. No huddle offense, trying to move the ball down the field quick. 2 wide receivers each side of the field. High snap, unable to get the handoff, and Vendiola's out to carry, and he's going to get stuffed. The high snap stopped that one completely. Is a tie good? All the timing was completely messed up. It'll be a yard loss. 3rd down and 7 from the 19.
Yeah, that threw everything off there. He just got his hands on it, too. Glad that didn't go over his head. So Vendiola coming out, CJ's coming in.
So Tiernan will come back in and running back. Nader will go to the backfield. We haven't seen him carry the ball tonight. He is to the left side of Tiernan. 3 wide receivers now to the left side of the field for Imperial. High snap again. Tiernan's going to bring it down. Throwing across his body. That's not going to be knocked down. Great job defensively. 18. Carlos Hernandez will knock it down, and it'll be a 4th and 7 from the 19.
This is what they did against Monte Vista. Remember when they sent 4 guys out.
Yeah.
And then he rolled, and he had the choice of running or passing. And as soon as somebody broke up, he hit the empty spot.
So the 4th down and 7 from the 19, Ethan Gonzalez-Lopez will come in to attempt a field goal. He's 4 for 4 on the season, and this is going to be from 36 yards. Kiernan has been holding. Good snap. Ball is down. The kick is up, and it is pulled to the left. I think the wind may have grabbed that and brought it wide left. So Ethan will miss his first field goal attempt of the year, and the Bulldogs defense stops the Tigers at the 19-yard line. Will take over possession, 1st and 10.
He hit that solid, too, doesn't
he? He did, but you could see as soon as he kicked it, just kind of sailed off to the left.
Took off towards the east.
8:23 to go in the second quarter of play. No score here in Imperial. The Tigers and the Calexico Bulldogs on homecoming night for Imperial.
Good thing is we moved the ball against them this time.
Yep, sure did. Maybe you open up the defense a little bit for the next possession. Estera, quarterback, and hand it off up the middle, and finding a little hole and breaking out, getting a little bit of yardage with some room to run is Rivera, and he will get out to looks to be about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, right about that.
At the 28, yeah. It's going to be a second down and short.
He got through the line. He got through that line.
He sure did. There was a little bit of a crease, and he took after it.
Same play.
They get the hand off at the middle, gets stood up and brought down hard after a gain of a couple. Looks like he may have the first down at the 30-yard line. Depends on where it's at. Is it going to be a first down?
Yep.
So Rivera with a couple of plays will get a first down for the Bulldogs, give him some breathing room at their own 30-yard line. 17 yards on 5 carries for Rivera for the Bulldogs, who comes out of the lineup now.
Zach Ray hit him hard, but not till after he got the first down. Beautiful hit.
Coming in is Troy Marine, and he will be in a tailback position. Man comes in motion on the near side. Handed off up the middle. Gets stood up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that as there's red jerseys everywhere. Naylor in there. Shields also in there.
Shields swung him around.
No
Threw him down hard.
Yeah, second down and 10 from the 30. Zeus Pratis was the ball carrier.
Damon Kendrick came in just now, nose guard.
Second down and 10 from the 30. Back to pass the scanner. Sets up, throws a little spring pass out to the right side, and coming out is Pratis. He's going to be close to a first down, just shy of it at the 39-yard line before getting stacked up by the Tigers. But a 3rd down and 1 coming up from the 39-yard line.
Seth Shaw and Devin Mesa finally stopped them. Just short of the first down. Well, so we have somebody else in there, 58. Andres Castello came in for Wolfgang Horner.
So 3rd down in the yard for the Bulldogs. And their own 39-yard line. That's what that comes in, hands up the middle, getting the first down. Will be Pratis. He'll get out to the 42 and a first down on the gain of 3. We're finding a little
they found something. Yeah, they found something off that right side. Shields got him, but not till after they got the first down again.
Pratis with a couple of touchdown runs for the Bulldogs this year. He gets replaced in the backfield now as coming back in as David Rivera. That's what this stays in a quarterback. Man in motion going to the far side. Fumble. Then landing on top of it is Rivera. He was in the right spot at the right time on that, but it will be a loss back to, it's going to be a legal procedure. I didn't see the flag, but a legal procedure call will go against the Bulldogs.
Oh, I still don't see it.
So they'll mark off a 5-yarder. So it'll be a 1st and 15 and bring it back to the 38.
At 5:46 counting.
Says Rupton will stay in at quarterback. Rivera will move to the right or the left side of it now, and now timeout is going to be called on the field with 5:32 to go in the first half of play. It's the Tigers 0 and the Bulldogs 0.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Julie Oliver is your local insurance expert that knows the community. You'll get advice that you can trust to help you select coverage that's best for you. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Julie is here to help. Call your local Allstate agent Julie Oliver today at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800. Julie says, please stay safe and healthy. You are in good hands. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Start the day off right by having breakfast at the Broken Yolk Café. Once again, voted best breakfast in Imperial Valley by you, our customer. Thank you. Now remember, Broken Yolk strives every day to bring you great service and great food. Still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yolk Café and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yolk Café on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
Some updated scores as the Bulldogs come back after talking to head coach Fernando Solano in the second quarter. Vincent Memorial 7, Palo Verde 7. Ooh. Yeah, interesting game there. St. Margaret's leading Calipatria 21-0 for the north end, and it's the Holtville Mountain Empire 0-0 in the second quarter. First and 10 Bulldogs. This wedding quarterback has a man in motion coming to the near side, fakes it one way, hands it to the other, and Prados will put his head down, or actually the ball carrier will be Rivera. And Rivera will be stopped at the 40-yard line after a gain of a couple. Second down now in 13.
Kai Bishop got him with the fourth tackle of the night.
19 yards on 6 carries for Rivera.
Second about 12.
Zazueta stays in at quarterback. 2 wide receivers coming to the right side. And going from the pistol, man in motion, back to pass. Had 2 men moving in motion that time. I didn't see a flag, but Zazueta is going to pass it deep. It's going to be caught as the Calexico receiver will jump right in front of the Tiger and will come down with the ball. Andres Ramirez at the Tiger 37-yard line and a first down for the Bulldogs.
Well, Escuela had the pick, and he forgot that he was the defender and that receiver cut in front of him.
Gain of 23 on the pass from Zazueta to Ramirez.
If he comes back a little bit, he intercepts that.
Yep. I guess watching the receiver more than watching the quarterback where the ball was coming. Handoff's going to go up the middle. Actually, Zazueta tries to run it himself, and he's going to get to the line of scrimmage and nothing else. It'll be a second down and 10. At the Tiger 37, farthest penetration for the Bulldogs tonight.
Kendrick with the tackle.
That's what 4 touchdowns to his credit. And as you mentioned, also playing linebacker.
Yeah, he's
amazing.
I don't know that I've ever seen that.
He's a good athlete. And coming back in, another good athlete. You'll hear a lot about him tonight. Francisco Areola comes into the lineup at tight right. Man in motion. Zazueta carrying it to the right side. Turns upfield. Fumble. Tigers are going to pick it up. And running is going to go down the near sideline for Imperial. It's going to be Pablo Moreno, and he will go all the way for the touchdown. It'll be a 60-yard return, and the Tigers are up 6-0.
Oh, Naylor hit him hard. He hit him hard, spun him around. And Pablo picked it up and almost got tripped up.
His second fumble recovery of the year, and he will take it 60 yards for the touchdown. And Imperial is up 6-0 here in the first quarter.
And had to do with the defense tonight. First fumble was on Jeremiah.
Ethan will come in for the extra point attempt. He is 18 of 19 on extra points.
Tiger Ochoa doing the snapping for the Tigers.
That ball was down. Oh. It's a line drive, but it looks like it goes through, and it does. With 3:24 to go in the first half of play, it's the Tigers 7, the Bulldogs 0.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 760-355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers! Start the day off right with your favorite drink from Brick House Coffee, next door to the Brick House Deli. Brick House Coffee has so many drinks to choose from, hot drinks, blend drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the Valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, the Brick House Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West 8th Road in Imperial.
The Tigers get on the board with a 60-yard fumble recovery and run by Pablo Moreno. And, man, he ran pretty quick.
Yeah.
He shows some pretty good speed.
All leg.
With the extra point, Tigers up 7-0. The kickoff will go down to the 15-yard line. Rivera will be bringing it out from there. Tries to run toward his sideline. Then gets brought up field to the 20 and down at the 22-yard line, it looks like. And that's where the Bulldogs will have the ball 1st and 10. And they'll be at their own 22-yard line, where the Tigers now leading at 7-0. Imperial Valley League play will be back here at Imperial next Friday night, as the Tigers will play host to the Southwest Eagles.
Yes.
In the final IVL game of the year for both those teams. Calexico will be facing Vincent Memorial, who's leading Palo Verde right now.
Yeah, this Palo Verde's been putting up some numbers this year.
Back to pass, and then going to have to come up the middle. It gets flushed up to the pocket. He's going to get tackled back at about the 20-yard line. Will be a scare, and it will be a 2nd down now and 13 from the 20.
Damon Kendrick. That was a good job at the defensive backfield. They had nobody open.
You're right.
Because he had time to pass. We got a 2nd, about 13.
Yep, 2nd and about 13 at the 20-yard line for the Bulldogs. They've looked strong in this game, but we'll see how they can rebound from that fumble recovery and touchdown by Moreno for Imperial. Esqueda stays into the lineup from the shotgun, goes back to pass, sets up in the pocket, tries to, gets flushed out, runs out to the left side, then throws a short pass, going to complete to the 30-yard line out to the 40. It's at the 42, and brought down there is the receiver, Pedro Cruz, and a 1st down for the Bulldogs.
Wow. I didn't know if he passed the line of scrimmage.
I kind of thought, too. I was kind of wondering if he did.
I kept looking for a flag.
Bulldogs, 1st down. A 22-yarder out to the 42-yard line. Longest pass of the game for either team.
Yeah, Seth wouldn't let go of his shoe once he had him, or he would have been gone.
Pass is complete out to the near sideline. Going to be hit at the 45-yard line, and down at the 47 is the receiver, and that is Andrew Rivera.
He's quick. He puts the moves on the
47, a 5-yard gain, 2nd down and 5.
Victor Valenzuela brought him down along with Joel Villacampos.
2nd and 5, 2 wide receivers each side of the field. A scatter quarterback, 5'6", but has pretty good arm. Throws it over the middle. Short one, catches the ball, hit immediately. No gain is going to be on the play. As brought down immediately is Andrew Rivera. And it will be a 3rd down and 5 from the Calexico 47.
Good hit. Forward tackling by Joel Villacampos. Put his face right in his chest and drove him down. Pretty.
3rd down and 5 from the 47 for Calexico. 49 seconds left of the half. Tigers defense wants to keep that 7-0 lead at halftime. Man goes in motion. The scanner fakes it one way, rolls out to the right side. Going to get down hard. Tigers are going to sack him back at about the 38-yard line.
Oh, Bishop.
Ty Bishop and Jeremiah Naylor coming in just in case. It'll be a 4th down and long after that loss of 9 at the 38. Skater just had nowhere to go on that one.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah, he had nobody open. I was watching these two receivers here.
Time out of the field with 31 seconds remaining in the first half. It's the Tigers 7 and the Bulldogs 0.
Priority registration for Imperial Valley College Winter and Spring 2022 intersession begins November 8th. We are providing an amazing opportunity for students to attend Imperial Valley College for free. All you need to do is apply to IVC if you haven't in the last 2 semesters, apply for financial aid, and register for classes. In addition, if you plan on attending IVC full-time, you will receive $800 to assist in the cost of educational-related expenses. If you're attending part-time, you will receive $250. Research the classes you want to take next. 2022 winter schedule is now available. Winter session begins January 3rd. Spring session begins February 14th.
Calexico, after talking to their head coach, Fernando Solano, looking at a 4th down and 14 from their own 38 with 31 seconds to go in the half. Is there time enough for the Tigers to return this? As they set up in the punt formation, Seth Shop deep to receive at his own 35-yard line. Good snap back. Punt's going to get off, but it's not going to be a good one. It angles out of bounds. It'll be right near the midfield stripe. So the Tigers, with 27 seconds, will have the opportunity on offense to try to get some points on the board. They'll put it right at the Tiger 49-yard line. 1st and 10 Imperial.
Calexico's having a tough time kicking the ball. I don't know if it's the wind or just off the side of the foot.
So 1st and 10 Tigers from their own 49. Vindiola back in at quarterback for Imperial. Tiernan will also be in the lineup. He'll be on the right side of Vindiola in the backfield. 2 wide receivers each side of the field. Torres and Perez to the near side. And Lopez and Nichols to the right side. Tigers are the 1st and 10, their own 49. That back to Vindiola. Steps back. Fakes the pass. Tries to roll out. Going to throw it. Complete it. Yes, going to complete it at the Bulldog 46-yard line. And the Tigers will call timeout really quick. It'll be a short gain. Only used about 10 seconds off the play. And it is going to be a catch. I thought it was to Lopez. Looks like to Frankie Lopez.
Yes, I thought he was throwing it away. I didn't see a receiver right here.
So a 2nd down after that gain of 7. A 2nd down at about 5 yards, I guess it's going to be. So 2nd and 5 coming up. And timeout on the field with 17 seconds remaining before halftime. It's the Tigers 7, the Bulldogs 0.
When it comes to great Mexican food, El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial should be number 1 because they do it right. From special quesadillas to 17 different burritos, not including 8 different breakfast burritos. Yeah, they have one you will love. The food is great, the service even better. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner at El Zarape. Still offering curbside service. Call 760-355-4435. El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial.
2nd and 5 for the Tigers. The Bulldog 46. Man in motion. Tiernan. He's going to get the call running to his right. Steps up. Going to throw it deep. As a receiver on the far side. Looks like he catches it at the 2-yard line. Jesse Nichols will come up with a catch and a penalty flag. Make it extra yard out of for pass interference. But what a great catch for Jesse Nichols at the 2-yard line.
Great job by Nichols. He went around the kid and caught it on the other to the left side of the defender.
First completion for Tiernan tonight. It goes for 44 yards to Jesse Nichols. And the Tigers now at the 2-yard line with a 1st down and goal to go. Tigers will slam it down with 5 seconds remaining. Now, what do? Do you go for the touchdown or do you go for the field goal?
I give it to Naylor.
Give it to Naylor for 2 yards? I'd be tempted to do that too. So we'll keep it here at the stadium as the Tigers will try to decide quickly what to do after Vindiola, and that unfortunately would be his first incomplete pass, but it's to stop the clock as he completed 5 in a row for 23 yards. And Nader does go into the backfield for Imperial. He'll go to the right side of Vindiola.
I thought they were going to get Zach Ray as a blocker, but
yeah, and he's not in there. You're right. I would have thought he would have too. Vindiola, quarterback, back to pass. Sets up. He'll look over the middle, intercepted in the end zone, and it'll be intercepted to break up that drive. The try to catch a number as soon as he moves it. So the Tigers will come up empty. Still haven't seen a number on who was able to get the interception for the Bulldogs. 2 seconds to go in the half.
I have no idea.
I couldn't see. I want to say it was number 6. I think he's got the helmet up on the far side, but I still unable to see who may have come up with it. Number 8 maybe came up with that interception. Ishmael Burress, who dove to get the interception. And the Bulldogs will just take a knee, and that'll be the end of the first half. But the Tigers will go in at halftime with the lead. The score in Imperial 7, Calexico 0, and we'll recap the scoring. Won't take long. And the first time stats in just a moment.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
Priority registration for Imperial Valley College Winter and Spring 2022 intersession begins November 8th. We are providing an amazing opportunity for students to attend Imperial Valley College for free. All you need to do is apply to IVC if you haven't in the last 2 semesters, apply for financial aid, and register for classes. In addition, if you plan on attending IVC full-time, you will receive $800 to assist in the cost of educational-related expenses. If you're attending part-time, you will receive $250. Research the classes you want to take next. 2022 winter schedule is now available. Winter session begins January 3rd. Spring session begins February 14th.
Booth, halftime score, Imperial 7, Calexico 0. We have head coach of the Tigers, David Shaw. And, David, your thoughts and comments about the first half?
You know what, we left a lot of plays out there. We've left a ton of plays out there, right there at the end. We make a great play on the catch, and then, we don't come out of there with points. Calexico's playing, they're playing a great game.
They really are.
They're coming up, they're hitting. But we're going to be fine. Our defense bailed us out with the score. I mean, we haven't even scored on offense. So,
right.
Yeah.
So, the defense has played very well in the first half, especially along the line. They haven't been able to get too much. They got a couple of little runs with the creases, but for the most part, your defense has done really well.
Well, they've done a great job, yeah. We had one blown coverage for them to get down there, but we fixed it right away. So.
Okay. And on offense, you're going to go with the same, what we've been seeing with the 2-quarterback system? And mix things up?
I mean, there's a lot of things open. Now we're just, we need to, as a coach, I need to do a better job of calling the play to what's open.
Okay.
So there's some things that we can do. We had a plan, and then, we're fortunate to get the ball back with like 35 seconds left, so we tried some stuff, and, it worked a little bit.
It worked down there. It worked to get to the 2, yeah.
Exactly.
But you're confident in the second half we are too?
Oh, absolutely,
Okay, good. We'll let you get back to your team in. Thanks for coming up and talking to us. And we'll let you get back to your ball club as halftime score here. We thank David Shaw for coming up and speaking with us here at halftime as he'll get back to his team. And the Tigers leading at 7-0 at the half. And as he mentioned, we've left a lot on the board that we could have gotten, I think. But Calexico defense has really stepped up in this half.
They scouted the field very well. But their game plan is working out on the defensive side for sure.
Yeah, it has. There's been some times where from our vantage point, it looked like we're going to get something there, and then boom, they close it up quick. So, so a lot of credit given to the Calexico Bulldog defense to keep the Tigers down to no offensive points in the first half, but a 60-yard fumble recovery and run for a touchdown for the Tigers by Pablo Moreno is the difference in the ball game, and it's 7-0 Imperial. Looking offensively for the Tigers, Reese Mendiola had completed his first 5 in a row for 23 yards before he had to snap the ball down to stop the clock, and then an interception right at the end of the half. Got a little bit of a sour note, but you never know what he may have seen in there, and he threw it with such authority, you kind of figured we're going to come up with the other end of it, but a Bulldog stepped in front of it, was able to get the interception and stop the Tigers from scoring right at the end of the half. C.J. Tiernan completed 1 of 3 passes. That one was to Jesse Nichols for 44 yards that took it down to the 2. Boy, if we could have got 2 more yards, there would have been a great touchdown and a 2-touchdown lead going into the half would have been really, really nice. Elsewhere for the Tigers, 2 catches for 17 yards in the half by Frankie Lopez. There were 2 catches for a total of 2 yards to C.J. Tiernan, 1 catch for 4 yards to Zach Ray. And so the Tigers in the first half in passing, we have a total of 67 yards passing. And in the rushing department, C.J. Tiernan leads the Tigers with 28 yards on 5 carries. Seth Shaw added 19 yards on 7 carries. Mendiola was sacked for -1 on that. So the Tigers in the rushing department will have, 47 -1, 46 rushing at halftime, and a total of 67 passing. So a total of 113 in the first half for the Tigers. And we'll take a look at the Bulldogs and their first half offensively in just a moment.
8 Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's the place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. And if you're throwing a party, kegs, wine, and champagne. Everything you need at one convenient location. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save a buck with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, 8 Express is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Highway 86 and 8 Road in Imperial.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Julie Oliver is your local insurance expert that knows the community. You'll get advice that you can trust to help you select coverage that's best for you. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Julie is here to help. Call your local Allstate agent Julie Oliver today at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800. Julie says, please stay safe and healthy. You are in good hands. Subject terms, conditions, and availability. Start the day off right by having breakfast at the Broken Yolk Café. Once again, voted best breakfast in Imperial Valley by you, our customer. Thank you. Now remember, Broken Yolk strives every day to bring you great service and great food. Still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yolk Café and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yolk Café on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
Start the day off right with your favorite drink from Brick House Coffee, next door to the Brick House Deli. Brick House Coffee has so many drinks to choose from, hot drinks, blend drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, the Brick House Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West 8th Road in Imperial.
For over 50 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has helped different clubs and sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping our kids busy with school activities. Their members are parents and community members who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, please call Betty or Larry at 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
When it comes to good Mexican food, El Sarape Restaurant.
Halftime score here in Imperial, the Tigers leading the Calexico Bulldogs by a score of 7-0. It's homecoming night. And I don't know if you heard one of the cars that are bringing the candidates out rev up the engine, but it was a Shelby Cobra out there. So I love the sound of those. And look, that car just sitting there looked fast to me. I've always loved the Cobra. And that's the car that's letting the press list out right now. So they're heading around the field, and
that's a beautiful car.
That's a beautiful car, yeah.
That's
Gerald Shelby knew what he was doing when he built that car back in the 60s. And even now, like I said, looking at it, sitting there, it looks really, really fast.
In the blue car, an old name from our past. Zarate. That's Doug Zarate.
Oh, okay. All right.
Old classmate of ours, Stephen.
Beautiful.
That's his niece.
Wow. You know, it's neat, and we've mentioned it throughout the season, of different players that are on this Imperial High School team that have roots in Imperial. You know, we saw Corey Shields before the game tonight. It was down in there. We've had Wes Reeves' son has been playing, and we've been watching him, and we've seen
grandson.
Right?
Wes Reeves' grandson.
Grandson, I mean. Wes's grandson that's on the team now, and Angie Thames' grandson, Jeremiah Nader, that's on the field. And it was just so neat to see so many players that we knew their parents or grandparents as it is for some of you older guys.
I say that because I have 8 of them. So. But it's really neat to see that, though, you know.
8 grandkids, yep. Have a granddaughter and then followed by 7 grandsons. A little rascal. But halftime stats for Calexico, we'll get to those real quick. Did you know that Calexico has not thrown an incomplete pass?
Really?
That's surprising, isn't it? Davis Gear 6 for 6 for 50 yards, and the neighbor Zazueta 1 for 23 yards.
Wow.
So, yeah, they've completed every pass, 7 passes, all completed for a total of 73 yards passing. But now in the rushing department, it's been something different, and that's what head coach David Shaw was saying of how good the defensive line has been doing. They have a grand total of -9 or -6 yards rushing. 19 yards on 6 carries for David Rivera, 2 carries for Zeus Pradas for 3 yards, and then Andrew Rivera -4 in 1 carry. Zazueta 2 was sacked -5, and then Esther was sacked twice, 3 times having the ball for -19. So in the first half, that would be a net of -6 yards in the half for Calexico rushing, but 73 passing on 7 of 7 for the Bulldogs. But I tell you, for a team that came into here having lost pretty big to Central and pretty big to Brawley, they played very, very well in this first half.
I'm impressed by this kid.
I have too.
The coaching staff has done an excellent job with this team to get them ready for the Tigers.
67 yards of offense for the Bulldogs. The Tigers with 113, and none of it was from an offensive point with a 7-0 lead for the Tigers. That's all thanks to a fumble recovery and touchdown by Pablo Moreno. Right up Imperial Band out on the field now as they're doing the homecoming ceremony. We'll try to get you the name of the winner when that comes up in just a few minutes. We'll also take a look at scores of other games that are going on tonight, and we'll take a look at the rankings as we're starting to get closer to the postseason. Yeah. We'll take a look at those rankings as well as our halftime show continues in just a moment.
Priority registration for Imperial Valley College Winter and Spring 2022 intersession begins November 8th. We are providing an amazing opportunity for students to attend Imperial Valley College for free. All you need to do is apply to IVC if you haven't in the last 2 semesters, apply for financial aid, and register for classes. In addition, if you plan on attending IVC full-time, you will receive $800 to assist in the cost of educational-related expenses. If you're attending part-time, you'll receive $250. Research the classes you want to take next. 2022 winter schedule is now available. Winter session begins January 3rd. Spring session begins February 14th.
When it comes to great Mexican food, El Zarape restaurant in Imperial should be number 1 because they do it right. From special quesadillas to 17 different burritos, not including 8 different breakfast burritos. Yeah, they have one you will love. The food is great, the service even better. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner at El Zarape, still offering curbside service. Call 760-355-4435. El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
Halftime score here at homecoming in Imperial. It's the Imperial Tigers 7 and the Calexico Bulldogs 0. And we'll get some updated scores of games, and I just got a note from Roy Platt that he said they left their game in Texas. It was a Melissa High School 63 and Ranch View, Texas 0. It was 70-0 at the half. Or actually, it was 63-0 at the half. He left in the third quarter. The third string was playing, and the second half was running clock, and Melissa was leading that one 70-0. So congratulations on your adopted school in Texas, Roy. Looks to be picking up a victory tonight. And in other scores that we have this evening, Mountain Empire now leading Holtville by a score of 3-0. So, George, Mountain Empire leading Holtville 3-0. Yeah, kind of surprising there. That's a halftime score. So we'll keep tabs on that. Yeah, Mountain Empire.
Mountain Empire.
Right, they're in the Desert League with them. And
I'm trying to think of how Calicut did against them. I don't remember.
Yeah, wow. We can look that up. But yeah, I'm a little shocked with that. Having watched Tobeville play, I'm a little shocked with that. No question at all.
I wonder if they got injuries.
At last report in the first quarter was St. Margaret's 21, Calipatria 0. And at last report in the second quarter, Vincent Memorial and Palo Verde 7-7. And that'd be a pretty good game. Yeah. But the Scots hanging in there on that and keeping the Yellowjackets at 7-7. As we mentioned, we're coming up just a couple of weeks away from a possible postseason play for the Imperial Tigers. And if you want, George, you want to get the Queen, if you get the name of the Queen, we can have that. And as I'll look at the rankings in Division number 2, now the one team in the Imperial Valley in Division 2 is the Central Spartans, the defending IVL champions. And they are number 9 right now. They moved up 3 spots after beating Imperial last week, 28-7. And so kind of interesting that a team that was in a division below them, which is Imperial, I guess maybe the tradition that we have with the Tigers would help lift Central 3 positions to go to number 9. Valley Center is number 11. We saw them earlier this season and scored a couple of touchdown win over Imperial. And Valley Center lost to Division 1, La Costa Canyon, 34-7, and they would drop 1 position even though they lost to a higher division school. The number 1 team in Division 1 is Scripps Ranches San Diego. They're the only unbeaten team in Division 2. They defeated Christian High School of El Cajon 41-23 to remain unbeaten. You may remember Christian High School defeated Central earlier this season. Poway's number 2, Rancho Bernardo number 3, Mira Mesa 4, and La Jolla is number 5. One of the things I just mentioned, George, is that Central is the only Division 2 team in the Imperial Valley, correct? And them beating Imperial 28-7 last week rose them 3 positions in the rankings.
Really?
Yeah. I'm thinking it must be our tradition of football in Imperial that a victory over Imperial would actually rise them up 3, even though the Tigers are in the lower division.
What did it do for us?
We'll get to that in a moment. Do you have a winner for us?
Yes. Young lady is Montserrat Perez.
I'm glad you're saying the first name. I don't think I'd have got
even when I was spelling it, I said, wait a minute.
So Montserrat Perez is the winner of our homecoming queen, and congratulations. Do you remember any of your homecoming queen? Put you on the spot here.
Sherry Sanders.
Sherry, yep. Sherry Critchlow Sanders.
Critchlow Sanders. Right? Well, in basketball, I know it's Vicky. I was Vicky Cox.
Vicky Cox. I think Jeanette Cook.
Jeanette Cook.
Yeah,
How could I forget Jeanette Cook? That was our
Sarah Whitaker, I think, was a homecoming queen. I want to say.
Oh, that's right. 75?
Yeah.
74.
And I think Jenny Willett may have been the other one.
Willett.
Homecoming queen, yeah.
Patricia might remember.
Those 2 girls, I guess I could say it now because so many years have gone past. And we were just a freshman when some of them were a couple of years older than us, but they were so pretty. And I couldn't even approach to say hi to them on those as we might have passed going to classes.
Yeah. But there was really one that I was in love with in 8th grade was Paula Johnson.
Paula Johnson,
7 foot tall.
She was really tall. Her brother was King Johnson that played basketball.
Porter.
Denise Porter, yeah.
And you know what I was thinking of earlier? I don't remember if it was for homecoming. Remember we had the slave day?
The what?
The slave day where we
the
girls would buy us from the bleachers.
Yeah.
And then we carried their books to school or wear their shoes or whatever it was. That was fun. We'd take off running.
Those are some of the most fun times you think about at Imperial High School. Some of the things that tug of war they had over across the street with water and became muddy and that kind of stuff was fun. And
before our time over here, the bonfires.
Bonfire, exactly. When you pointed over there, I was thinking the bonfire was on the outside of the baseball field, and they had it out at the fairground.
And the fairground,
on the south side of the fairground.
The car. Remember, they'd bring the car. Open up car and you could hit it with the sledgehammer.
At the carnival, and you'd pay money to go take your slams at the car.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not going to do that this year.
No more.
COVID kind of hit and stopped all that stuff. I thought what was also fun was where they had cakes and you got into a ring and they would play music. When it stopped, you had to jump in a chair. And those were always kind of fun too. So great memories on things like that.
Yeah. Awesome growing up in Imperial.
Oh, yeah.
Small town.
It was a beautiful place to grow up, and I wouldn't have exchanged it for any other city in America, that's for sure. Our halftime score is Imperial 7 and Calexico 0. The Bulldogs are back out on the field getting warmed up for the second half. Tigers will be out in just a moment, and we'll look at the other rankings of the other Valley schools as our halftime show continues in just a moment.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at the Broken Yolk Café. Once again, voted best breakfast in Imperial Valley by you, our customer. Thank you. Now remember, Broken Yolk strives every day to bring you great service and great food. Still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yolk Café and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yolk Café on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
Any other rankings that Division III has, which the Tigers are in, Modern Day Catholic, they're just going to be a juggernaut, I think, in that. They're the one of three undefeated teams remaining. They defeated a Division I school last week. Remember, they're Division III.
Yeah.
Division I school, that being East Lake, 28-14 to remain unbeaten. Ramona leaped over Mount Carmel after a 38-0 win over San Pasqual of Escondido. The Mount Carmel Sun Devils lost to Rancho Bernardo 22-19. They dropped down to third. Santa Fe Christian still undefeated. They stayed unbeaten with a 38-14 win over La Jolla Country Day. El Capitan, number 5 at 7-1. They had a 42-7 win over Valhalla, moving up a spot. West Hills is still unbeaten.
Wow.
Defeated the Tigers' first game of the season.
First
they
game.
had a 41-6 win over Monte Vista. Imperial shutout earlier this year. Raleigh stayed number 7 after a 48-7 win over Calexico. And Imperial stayed at number 9 with a 28-7 loss to Central last week. In Division 4, the lone team is two teams in the Valley are Vincent Memorial. They're number 13. They stayed there after the 43-27 loss to Hoville. And Southwest remained number 14 following a 48-20 win to Division 5's top-ranked Palo Verde. So Southwest lost to Palo Verde 48-20. Palo Verde remains number 1 in Division number 5. After that win over Southwest, they're 6-2 on the year. Mission Bay is number 2. Fallbrook number 3. Fallbrook is 3-5, but the number 3 team in Division 5 because they played a lot tougher competition. Exactly.
Very tough.
Escondido Charters number 4 at 6-1. Hoville number 5. They stayed in the same spot with a 6-2 record after their 43-27 win over Division 4 Vincent Memorial. And then Calexico remained number 6 after their loss to Brawley last week. Mountain Empire moved up from 9th to 8th after a 27-0 shutout over Calipatria last week. And Calipatria, they're kind of on the verge, not knowing whether they're going to make the playoffs or not. They're number 16, dropping one spot to their loss to Mountain Empire. So that kind of gives you a little bit of the rankings. They take in consideration your record, the power of the teams that you're playing, and how those go. So that's how that sort of goes. And the schools are ranked in different divisions. That's why in the old days we had everybody would be in one division.
Yeah.
You know, there would be the Desert Valleys League with Central and Brawley and Calexico and Indio and Coachella and Palo Verde. They would be in Division 2. We would be in, actually they'd be in Division 3, I guess. We would be in 4 small schools. Or it went the other way, didn't it? It was 1 and 2, so we were in Division 1. They were in Division 2. There were only 4 divisions at the time. Yeah. And then Imperial, Calipatria, and Hoville would be in the Division 1. And when it got to the playoffs, you might see those same teams. Now, there would be only one other team we may see, and that would be Brawley. That's the only other team in Division 4 that is from the Imperial Valley, or actually Division 3, from the Imperial Valley, would be Brawley or Imperial.
But we'd go play Indio, Coachella.
Right, oh yeah.
Big schools. We always play big schools when we're in the 400 students.
Right, in the preseason, we'd play a lot of GDL schools, like you said, Indio and Coachella and Palo Verde, and go on up and play Yucca Valley, 29 Palms,
right.
Another couple of schools that we would play back in those days.
And Needles.
Needles would be in our league, and we talked about that a little bit last week. Yeah. Those bus rides,
they were
Needles,
fun, but
no, they were fun. But man, the next day,
freeze out.
Oh,
we put all the windows down in the back of the bus.
Oh, and it was so cold in January.
And we're still alive. Thank God
we're
for that.
Still alive to talk about it. And Eagle Mountain, too. It was way out of the way to go to Eagle Mountain back in the day. It's weird if you've ever seen any photographs of Eagle Mountain now, because they shut the mill down, and when they did, they shut the city down. all the houses are all still there.
Oh.
The school's still there, and it's fenced up. Nobody lives there. The weirdest thing.
That would be
It's really strange. You can look on aerial shots. You can see the football field. You can see the baseball field. You can see the gymnasium, and all the houses and everything are there, and nobody lives there, and it's all fenced up. Really weird. Really strange. We're about ready to start off the second half of the game. Calexico kicking off from the north side, going right to left to start this half. And the Tigers will be defending the southern goal. As we open this game, Tigers leading at 7-0. Starting off this third quarter of play, thanks to Pablo Moreno's 60-yard fumble recovery and run. The Tigers are going to have to fall on the ball at the 29-yard line, as initially fumbled and then covered by Imperial's Mario Jimenez.
Yeah, number 9. That's who it is. Little Mario.
Take over possession, 1st and 10, and the Tigers will be at their own 29-yard line.
Let's see who starts with.
Exactly. Looks like Bendiola is getting ready to run out, so Bendiola will be at quarterback for Imperial. Had a very good first half. He completed his first 5 in a row for 23 yards, and then threw an interception, unfortunately, just before the half ended, as the Tigers tried to punch it in from 2 yards away. He'll be at quarterback. Seth Shaw will be at his right side. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Hand it off to Shaw up the middle. Shaw's going to get stacked up, driven down hard at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Wow. Did he ever come in hard on that one?
Number 52, Diego Curola for the Bulldogs.
No gain on that one. Hard. And he did. He got just slammed hard on that. Other starters for the Tigers, and we'll try to get through them so that you will know who they are. They include Dan. A lot of guys switch in and out. Tiernan will be at a slot right. Jesse Nichols had that long 44-yard catch at the end of the first half. Will be going wide to the right. Frankie Lopez, Dominic Suarez also go in and out at the wide receiver positions. Fake the handoff, going to throw it out to the near side. Going to complete it to Zach Ray, and Zach's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. The Tigers will have a 3rd down and about 4.
That's a pretty little touch pass.
Yes, and that's
right over the defense.
I'm glad to see the little touch being shown more and more by Bendiola.
We were right in line with that. At first, I thought it was a ill-advised pass, but went right over his head.
A gain of 6 yards on the play. So 3rd down and 4, and the ball right at the Tiger 35-yard line. Back to pass Bendiola. Sets up. Goes to the near side. Just a little short. The Tiernan. He may have seen Zazueta coming in and threw it short, but boy, Nichols was open deep.
Yeah, we got a hole back here against the Tigers.
Okay, so flag down, and we're going to have a hold called against the Tigers.
Yeah, I think
did you get that call from Jonathan on that it was a hold?
No, I didn't see the flag. I seen his.
Okay.
Steve Martin.
Jonathan,
I don't know the game like you know it.
Jonathan, it's funny. He's back in Meade, Kansas, and the city that he is the pastor of a church there is only about 1,500. They're going to decline this, I think. Yeah, they're going to decline that. So they play 8-man football.
Oh,
yeah, they play 8-man football.
Okay, I did not know that.
And they are 6 or 7-0, and they're just drilling people. They have the same colors as Kansas State.
Oh,
purple and gray. Yeah, and but they're undefeated and really, really playing well. So the Tigers will have to punt. And the penalty flag goes down before the ball is kicked by Ethan Gonzalez Lopez. And we'll try this one again.
That's what happened here. Snapped earlier or something?
I'm not sure if they were ready for him or not.
He's talking to the coaches.
Okay.
I have no idea. They were redoing it. Those same players.
Cheering, wonder what was going on. And our cheerleaders getting ready to walk across on the other side of the field to cheer in front of the Calexico fans. And then their girls will come over our side. Snap's going to go back to Lopez. He gets a good one off. Nice boomer that's got a bounce and take an Imperial bounce this time inside the 20 to the 16-yard line. Nice punt by Ethan Gonzalez Lopez. All IVO punter last year.
Almost 60 yards.
The 34, 15. It's going to be about 50 yards from scrimmage. We were at the 35, right?
Well, the wind is coming out of the still out of the west. It was coming out of the northwest earlier.
Got a little bit of a spiral on that one.
Good kick.
It really was a good kick. So 1st and 10 for Calexico. Their first possession of the second half will start at their own 16-yard line. See how the Tigers' defense can step up in the second half, shut out Calexico in the first half. 10-17 to go in the third quarter. The Tigers leading it by 7. And I'm going to go up the middle, finding a little bit of running room. Going to be brought down at about the 20-yard line, make it the 19-yard line, as the ball carrier is David Rivera.
Chairman Naylor.
Gain of 3, second down and 7 coming up.
Naylor made the tackle for the Tigers. And again, Zach Ray had him right at the line of scrimmage. Got out of his grasp.
David Escare at quarterback was 6 for 6 in the first half for 50 yards. A lot of heart. 5'6". Has good strong arm though. He'll be in the pistol. Man in motion going to the far side. Going to hand it up at the middle and getting banged around at the line of scrimmage. Not going to get much there is Jose Lara. But going to get a yard out of it. It'll be a 3rd down and 6 right at the 20-yard line.
66, Damon Kendrick. Had him with the 3rd tackle of the night.
Be Lara's first carry of the night, and it will go for 1 yard. So 3rd down and 6 for the Bulldogs from their own 20-yard line. Their initial drive of this second half, trailing the Tigers 7-0. They'll stay in the pistol, back to pass the Scare. Sets up, passes out in the flat, going to complete the ball at the line of scrimmage. Tigers are going to bring a fumble, and the Tigers are going to recover it. The Tigers are going to recover it and see if we can see who it is. It'll be right out the 20-yard line, and Imperial will have the football. Who comes up with the change?
I know Villacampos.
Yeah, number 3, I think, wasn't it? Devin Meza?
Yes.
Yep, came away with it. And so Devin will come up with the fumble recovery. That's his first of the year. And the Tigers have great field positioning in the second half, right at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Joel Villacampos made an excellent read on that. He's in that little third going out to the outside and read it, tackled him, and put his face mask right on the ball.
Completely bottled that one up.
Yeah.
Just completely.
Good hit by Joel.
Good read by the defense. Mendiola will be in a quarterback. Will stay there. They'll have Shaw to the right side of him. 3 wide receivers will go to the right side for Imperial. 1st and 10 at the Bulldog 20. Mendiola fakes the handoff and throw out in the flat. Tiernan will get the catch.
Nice.
He'll get a nice move at the 15 to the 10. To the 5-yard line, penalty flag will go down as he gets brought down to the 2. We may see a penalty against the Tigers on this. Possibly a hold or an illegal block,
in the
maybe.
back, I believe.
Yep.
He threw it right at 56.
What a great move by Tiernan. It's about the 15-yard line. Just zigzag from the right to the left. Boom. Cut on a dime, and it'll be all for naught. Referee's talking about it now. You're taking the ball down to just inside the 2. But I believe we're going to have a penalty going against the Tigers, and it will. See what the call is going to be.
Yes.
Call it offensive pass interference against the Tigers.
Whoa,
legal block.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a legal block. Because the play had already been, the catch had already been completed, and everyone was running before the flags came down. But it's going to be a pass penalty against the Tigers. It will be a block in the back against the Tigers. So they'll bring this one back. And what a shame. That was a nice little 18-yard play to put it to the 2. So the ball will be marched off from the 20-yard line. And when certain where to put it,
should be only 10.
Right.
All right, they're talking it over. Gene and Ben.
It's going to be a 15-yard. It'll take it back to the 35-yard line. Actually, yeah.
So not a spot foul then.
Yeah. So penalty against the Tigers. It'll put it back to the 36. They were at the 21, so first down and 25 from the 36.
And to go back to the fumble recovery, those 3 Tigers trying to pick up the ball and run what they did 50.
It's like they were all trying to grab a piece of the football at the same time, and nobody could come up with it. Devin jumped on it, thankfully, to keep possession. It was kind of funny. 1st and 25 for the Tigers. Mendiola takes the handoff, goes over to the left side, going to complete a nice little post in the middle, and he's off to the races to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown Tigers. Dominic Suarez will get the touchdown. A 36-yarder, and the Tigers are up 13-0.
Just a little slant over the middle, between the two defenders. We were right in line with that one. Pretty fast by Luis Vindiola. And you seen his speed right there.
Oh, yeah.
Dominic got to show up his speed. And he's little high stepping too to get away from the defenders. He's still celebrating. This is Paris right here.
That's fantastic. That's his first touchdown reception of the season. And to say he's happy would be a very big understatement. He is just thrilled. The extra point up and in. And with 8:11 remaining in the third quarter, play it now. The Tigers 14 and the Bulldogs 0.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 760-355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Sparkling 36-yard touchdown pass from Reese Vindiola, his second of the season. And it goes to Dominic Suarez, his first of the season. The Tigers lead at 14-0 over the Calexico Bulldogs. That was a pretty bad
run.
That was just
run after.
As you mentioned, you perfectly said it was a slant. It was right, straight in the numbers. Yeah. And then Dominic just did the rest running it. Now, that was show quality there.
Everything was done perfect.
Everything was exactly how you draw it up, exactly. So the Bulldogs now trailing 14-0 with 8:11 to go in the third quarter. Will receive a little pooch kick. Be caught at the 25-yard line, that is, and hit at the 30 and brought down to the 34 is David Rivera. And that's where the Bulldogs will take over possession on their second drive of the half. First one ended in a fumble recovery by Devin Mesa of the Tigers, and they'll mark the ball right at the 34 for Calexico. Along the line, Aiden Shields, Jeremiah Nader on the ends. Who else do we have in there, George? We have
Kendrick,
Diego Valencia also along the line, and as you mentioned, Damian Kendrick are along the line. Kai Bishop will be at one linebacker position. Well, Via Campos would be at another linebacker.
Zach Ray
in the middle.
32, Pablo Moreno.
Yep, Pablo Moreno on the right side. We'll get to the defensive backs for in a moment as the scare comes out with Rivera behind him in the pistol. Man goes in motion to the far side, going to get the pitch around the right side. Turns upfield the line of scrimmage, tries to pick up a block, does so, and gets out to about the 35-yard line. As on the ball carry, it's going to be Andrew Rivera.
Kai Bishop with the 7th tackle of the night.
Ball out to the 36, only a gain of a couple. Second down and 8 from the 36.
Oh, he did gain a couple. I thought he got him short.
Net of -2 on the game, though. Yeah. Goes back in motion on the near side. Astaire gets the ball, rolls out to his left, gets knocked down hard. Boy, coming in as Aiden Shields will come in for the sack. Got to credit Jeremiah Nader getting to the outside, though. Yeah, he had nowhere to go on that. He had to try to turn when he did turn to go upfield. Shields is right there to drive him down. It'd be a loss in the play back to the 29. It'd be a loss of 7, so 3rd and 15 coming out.
Yeah, Aiden held his containment there, and they turned those 2 blockers, and the quarterback had to stop because he was able to stop both the blockers.
So with a 3rd and 15 from the 29-yard line, the Bulldogs have the ball, trailing the Tigers 14-0. Scare goes back to pass. That's up in the pocket. Going to throw out deep. Has a receiver, catches it, and hit immediately. Great job of holding on the ball, though, for the Calexico Bulldogs. And a penalty flag comes down. Andres Ramirez gets it right in the gut, but he holds on to it for the first down. I'm not sure what the penalty would be because there's no targeting. Because he hit him exactly right after.
He did. It looked like he hit him with the shoulder.
Right, got him right in
right shoulder.
In the middle.
And he called it from way over there.
Right. So, to me, that was just a good tackle and a great job of catching the ball by Andres Ramirez. That was a tough catch. Wow, and he took some punishment. What looked to be a clean hit. And the ball out to the 45-yard line. That'll be a gain of 16 and a first down. Scare 7 for 7 on the night.
That was a beautiful pass.
It was a great pass.
The receiver that caught it, how tall is he?
He listed at 5'10", but he got up in the air pretty well on that. No flag. Good. That's good. I'm glad they didn't call. Because I didn't think there was any kind of penalty on that. I think it was a great catch and a great tackle afterwards.
Yeah, they're talking to Coach Shaw.
Yeah, they're trying to get Coach Shaw over to the sideline. So you got to stay back off the field. You got to have a little bit of room on the side there.
Yeah, because he was pointing at this. Why is he calling and not this guy here?
Right. Yeah.
I know that's what he was asking.
Good non-call though.
I'm glad you picked it up.
Yeah. That was just a good play.
Yep.
Offensively.
Beautiful timing.
Defensively.
First
and 10 Bulldogs at their own 45-yard line after the 16-yard pass play from Esquer to Ramirez. They'll have wide receivers to each side of the field, 2 of them, 2 wides and 2 slots. Esquer will have in the backfield behind him Rivera in the pistol. And now timeout. The referees will call timeout for a moment. We'll run over to the Calexico side to explain perhaps what happened on that to Fernando Solano, their head coach.
Shall we do?
He's still getting his point across to the rest of me, though.
I'll give my 5 cents to work out of that penalty.
So David talking over with one of the referees. Yeah, I know you get to speak with David more than I get to do. How is he thought the season has gone?
Well, he's more excited about next year, and he wants all these kids to know what this program.
This is the foundation of it.
This is the foundation.
Yep.
This is where we're going to get started. And it started last year, but it was a short season. It was tough to do anything. There we go. We can go in again.
So man in motion to the near side. Going to hand it off up the middle. Going to get nowhere. It's going to be a loss on the play as Rivera gets the ball and is just smothered for a yard loss at the 44. Second down and 11.
And Damon Kendrick taking advantage of his playing time that he's getting. I've got him with 4 tackles already from the nose guard position.
Rivera's carried 8 times now for 21 yards. Did not see Ernesto Sanchez. Not sure whether he's injured. Did not see a 21 on the sideline. He may have gotten injured in an earlier contest. 2 wide receivers each side of the field. The scare goes back. Going to be a bubble screen out to the near side. Going to be caught by Ramirez, but he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard, but a 3rd down and 10 coming up at the 45.
Excellent read by Pablo Moreno to slow him down, and then Victor Valenzuela finished it off.
So 1 yard on the completion to Ramirez. 67 yards on 8 for 8 for a scare tonight. At quarterback runs to the sideline. Running back out on the field with him will be Rivera. And going off the field for the Bulldogs is Troy Marin.
I
so big 3rd down and 10 from the Bulldog 45-yard line.
I cannot find 21 on the side.
Yeah, I haven't seen him, so I'm not sure what situation he came into this game. Had a big 170-yard game against Castle Park earlier in the year. Oh, and I didn't see the Tigers jump offside, but a penalty flag will go down.
Offense.
And there may have been an offensive movement, yeah. The Tigers didn't. They moved a little bit, but they didn't go offside.
Yeah, they just moved up.
But they're going to say the Bulldogs did shift, and it'll be a 5-yard penalty, so it'll make it a 3rd down now and 15 and bring it back to the 40-yard line. Been very few penalties in this game, though, you know, tonight.
Good. Been a good game.
Been a very clean game on both sides. No personal fouls or anything like that have been called. The Tigers' one long penalty was a 15-yarder that was on a block in the back.
Oh, that's right.
Which didn't hurt because the Tigers scored on their next play. Right. So 3rd and 15 for the Bulldogs from their own 40-yard line, trailing the Tigers 14-0 and a timeout on the field. 4:35 to go in the 3rd quarter play. It's Imperial 14, Calexico 0.
Start the day off right with your favorite drink from Brick House Coffee, next door to the Brick House Deli. Brick House Coffee has so many drinks to choose from, hot drinks, blend drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the Valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, the Brick House Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West 8th Road in Imperial.
Priority registration for Imperial Valley College Winter and Spring 2022 intersession begins November 8th. We are providing an amazing opportunity for students to attend Imperial Valley College for free. All you need to do is apply to IVC if you haven't in the last 2 semesters, apply for financial aid, and register for classes. In addition, if you plan on attending IVC full-time, you will receive $800 to assist in the cost of educational-related expenses. If you're attending part-time, you will receive $250. Research the classes you want to take next. 2022 winter schedule is now available. Winter session begins January 3rd. Spring session begins February 14th.
The elder chiming in back in Talmadge, Ohio, saying it sounds like Imperial's coaches saw something they liked earlier in the half. That's why they call the timeout late in the half. Really smart coaching. And then we've seen this carry over into the third quarter. He's got to talk about a 6-man football, too, which we'll bring to in a minute. The interesting about Jack Pardee, he faked the hand up the middle. Scare goes back to pass, gets flushed out of the pocket. Then pass is going to complete it at midfield out to the 45-yard line of the Tigers. Going to be drawn down to the 40 and a first down as the catch goes to Andres Ramirez for the first down for Calexico.
Naylor and Victor Valenzuela.
It's going to be a 20-yard reception from Isquer to Ramirez and a first down. Nice play by the Bulldogs.
I like the way he shuffled, had the ball ready to go.
And didn't quite go over past the line of scrimmage. It was close.
Yeah, I watched it that time.
Yeah, I did too.
But he just waited for the end to come open.
There is 9 for 9 in the ball game. Back to pass. That's up. Going to be a screen pass over the middle. Going to be caught by Ramirez. And Ramirez is going to get across the Tiger 35-yard line to the 34. Be a gain of 6. 2nd and 4 coming up.
Manuel Cardenas. The name I hadn't called in a while. He read that all the way. Slowed him down.
2nd and 4 from the Tiger for a 34-yard line. Bulldogs on the march. They've been shut out the last 4 meetings with the Tigers. It outscored 182-0 coming into the game, and have seen 14 more points go up. They're going to try to stop that tonight.
It's one of the better teams they've had in some time.
You're exactly right.
This team.
Yep. Scare goes back and throw a little bubble screen out to the right side. He's going to have nowhere to go, and it's going to be stuffed as Deuce Pradas, and there'll be a loss on the play back to the 39-yard line, a loss of 5, a 3rd down and 9 coming up.
Zach Ray had that read all the way for the Tigers, and then Nathan Chills finished it off for the Tigers.
So 3rd down and 9 coming up for the Bulldogs from the Tiger 39-yard line with 2:55 to go in the third quarter, and Imperial leading 14-0. In the Scare will have 2 wide receivers going to each side of the field. His main receiver will come into a slot right, actually into a tight end spot on Ramirez to the right side. And the Scare goes back to pass. Little bubble screen again. A little screen pass over the middle. Going to be caught by Ramirez. Oh, great job of grabbing his foot and not letting go to make the tackle is Pablo Moreno, who had the fumble recovery for touchdown. Wow, if he doesn't keep hold of his foot, who knows how far he might have gone. Going to be a gain of only a yard, so 4th down and 8 from the 38.
And you know, that looks so pretty the way they're setting it up. The linemen all stay in the line and let the Tiger front line get through, and it's wide open.
Doing a good job of that.
The Tigers are closing quick, though.
That's fantastic by Pablo Moreno, literally holding on to his 1 foot and is able to bring him down. 4th down and 8 from the Tiger 38. Man in motion going to the far side is Pradas. The Scare goes back to pass. Good rush. Has time, though. Passes it deep. Has a receiver. And he catches the ball at the 9-yard line. 2 defenders are back for the Tigers. Is the inbound? I'm not sure on that. It's on the far side, so we can't tell if it is or not. But, yeah, they're going to say it's going to be a catch.
Oh, I thought.
Coming up, it is Andrew Rivera. And it's actually going to be at the 11-yard line. That's going to be a 27-yard catch and a first down and 10.
Oh, I thought the Tigers had batted that down.
I thought so, too. And then when he did catch it, it looked like he was out of bounds, but it's way on the other side of the field, so we can't tell from here.
Too far for us to call them.
That puts them at 110 yards for the Bulldogs passing. 1st and 10 at the 11. And off the middle, going to go nowhere. Fumble on the play. Fumble, but I think the Bulldogs may have recovered it. And indeed it is. The Scare who will recover if it'll be a loss on the play. Back to the 12, it looks like, so loss of yards. 2nd down now and 11.
Naylor and Kai Bishop. brought him down.
So 2 long passes on this drive. A 20-yarder to Andres Ramirez, and moments ago a 27 on a 4th and long to Andrew Rivera. 2nd down and 11 for the Bulldogs from the 12. Hand off to Zezweta. Zezweta's going to go around the near side. Good straight arm, but the Tigers hold on to him. And a good job defensively by Victor Valenzuela to help bring him down after a straight arm from Zezweta. And there'll be no gain on the play.
Good job by Valenzuela to stretch that out.
Actually, a gain of a yard, so 3rd down now and 10 from the 11. Got a great job of shaking off that straight arm. Because what to that 1 yard gain, he has a net of -4 in the game, and a timeout on the field, actually being the end of the 3rd quarter play. With the score, the Tigers 14 and the Bulldogs 0.
When it comes to great Mexican food, El Zarape restaurant in Imperial should be number 1 because they do it right. From special quesadillas to 17 different burritos, not including 8 different breakfast burritos. Yeah, they have one you will love. The food is great, the service even better. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner at El Zarape, still offering curbside service. Call 760-355-4435. El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
They were mentioning a while before, I said Jonathan is the pastor of a church in Meade, Kansas, where a small-town school plays 8-man football. They're undefeated this year. And Lee Elder, former Ivy Press sports editor, said former Rams and Redskins great Jack Pardee played 6-man football in high school in Texas. So you got great athletes to come. Yeah, 6-man ball. It's a really big deal in Texas. There's a lot of rural, small towns, and they love football in Texas, as you know. So, yeah, 6-man. And then Jack Pardee going on to play in the pros. And Bear Bryant found him, and Pardee played for Bryant at Texas A&M. And thank you for that information, Lee.
Yes, thank you, Lee.
So 3rd down and 10 for the Bulldogs from the Tiger 11-yard line. The Sarah quarterback in the pistol. Gets the snap back, rolls out to his right. Sets up, going to throw it in the corner end zone. The ball floats out there, and it's going to be tipped away at the last moment by David Meza, and he's going to be called for pass interference. I think it's a good call on the end zone. Boy, that ball just floated out there. It really did. So a penalty will go against the Tigers. That'll be give them a 1st down and half the distance to the goal. So put it about the 5-yard line. 5 or 6.
James Amadon that I work with at prison, he played against Larry Stevens in that group.
Okay, yeah.
And he's saying that Imperial always had their homecoming against Califax because it was the sure win. I don't know about that, James.
I don't know about that. I remember we had needles one year, and I remember I was going to be one of the escorts for Kathy Johnson. And I couldn't wait to go drive one of those nice cars that we got from Momac Motors, and showed up, woke up on that Friday morning, and it was pouring rain. Never got to drive the car. We had to walk across some plank to get out onto the field. But we played needles in that one. So half the distance to the goal. Be 1st and goal at the 5. Here we'll have to the right side of him, Rivera, in the shotgun. Goes back to pass. That's up, going to get flushed out of the pocket. Gets away from a tackler, throws in the end zone, incomplete. It was intended for Andrew Rivera, but was thrown over his head, and there's a Calexico Bulldog down on the field at the 15. He gets up, maybe a cramp.
Yeah, that's
what he's moving. It looks like it.
Poor guy.
1st incomplete pass after 12 completions for David Esquer for 110 yards. That was his 1st incompletion.
He did a good job getting away from the Tiger defender. Then he's throwing against his body, trying to get away from him. Good athlete.
This is the 14th play on this drive.
Ooh,
really? 14th play, yeah. And they've used up about 12 minutes on this drive.
Wow.
They got it with 8:11 left in the third quarter, and they've kept it all this time. And goes in motion, and off up the middle, looks for the goal line, dives, touchdown, Calexico. The Bulldogs will score from 5 yards out, and coming up with it is Troy Marin. And all of a sudden, the Tigers' lead is down to 7. His second touchdown of the season. Actually, it's his first touchdown of the season for Marin.
Right up the middle, right up the gut.
Good job of diving to get into the end zone as well. Comes with 11:37 to go in the game. As we mentioned, a long, long drive.
I don't know if you noticed who won the 50-50
No, who did?
raffle. Billy Miller's husband, Chris Padilla.
Oh, okay.
Neighbors across the street.
Yeah. Going to go for 2, and it's Gary going to pass it because ball incomplete intended for Marin, and he had room to run if he could have caught it too. Yeah, he would have had a 2-pointer. But it would be no good. It was 11:37 to go in the ball game. It's the Tigers 14, the Bulldogs 6.
8 Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's the place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. And if you're throwing a party, kegs, wine, and champagne. Everything you need at one convenient location. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save a buck with 8 gallons of gas for diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, 8 Express is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Highway 86 and 8 Road in Imperial.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Julie Oliver is your local insurance expert that knows the community. You'll get advice that you can trust to help you select coverage that's best for you. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Julie is here to help. Call your local Allstate agent Julie Oliver today at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800. Julie says, please stay safe and healthy. You are in good hands. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Tigers back to receive as the Bulldogs kick off for just the second time in the ball game. And doing the honors is Gael Monzon. And it's going to be a line driver that's going to angle and go out of bounds. So the Tigers will get it at the 35-yard line. That scoring drive, that may have been the longest scoring drive that I can ever remember. 11 minutes and 34 seconds. On the drive, it was 14 plays, 66 yards, and capped up with a 5-yard touchdown run by Troy Marin. 2-point conversion was no good. Tigers leading at 14-6.
And we did that at Centro last week. Second half, where we went 90 yards.
Right, 90 yards. But we didn't use 11 minutes and 34 seconds. 11.5-minute drive. I don't remember in high school seeing a drive that lasted that long. Yeah, just about a whole quarter's worth. I'll have to check on that because I added wrong. We're going to pull that back.
Okay.
I got to pull the reins back a little bit.
Anyway, on the kickoff,
it's going to be an 8:34 drive. Okay. 8:34 on that.
On that kickoff, CJ, smart enough to let that roll out.
Right, let it roll out. Exactly. So we get to the 30-yard line. CJ's the quarterback. He's going to fake the handoff, going to take it himself out to about the 40-yard line and a gain of 5. It'll be a second down and 5 from the 40.
About a 5-yard gain.
Diego Curola for the Bulldogs brought him down after a gain of about 5.
Yep, 5 yards.
We got Dominic Suarez out here by himself to the left. Oh, we got CJ QB.
CJ QB, 2 receivers out to the near side. Seth Shaw will go into the slot. Haven't seen that. It'll be a Wildcat. Yeah, the empty backfield. Tierna's going to carry it himself. Find a little bit of room. Penalty flag goes down, though, in an area where you'd see a hold on the offense out across the 43-yard line. But we'll see what the call is going to be.
It is. Good call, Jonathan.
Yep, Jonathan called that one from Meade, Kansas. Home of the Meade Buffaloes. That's what they called back there.
Say that again.
The Meade Buffaloes.
Meade.
Yep.
Okay. I think it's League Buffalo.
The penalty against the Tigers will now make it a second down and long. That 10-yard will put it back to around the 30. So second down and 15 after the holding call.
Oh, my sister Elsa and her husband Bill are listening in from Oceanside.
Oh, nice to have you, Elsa.
She didn't give me a temperature there, though.
It's a little bit chillier than here, but with the breeze that we've got,
they're a couple of miles on the feet.
Right, 70 degrees here. A few people wearing jackets. Nice to see. Make the handoff to Nader. Going to pass his little bubble screen to C.J. Tiernan. And Tiernan's going to get some room to run. Gets out to the 45-yard line and brought down there. Very close to the first down, depending on where the spot is going to be. But a good job for C.J. in a lot of traffic. He gets up slow in front of the Imperial side, though, and limps off the field with an ankle possible injury after a gain of 16 yards.
He ran into his own blocker. Big boy up in front. Slowed him down. He was caught from behind. I can't believe that, but because of his own blocker.
Haven't seen that very many times, have we? 1st and 10 Tigers from their own 46. Hand out to Naylor. Naylor over the left side gets across the 50-yard line, barrels his way down to the Bulldog 46 before being brought down after a gain of 8 yards. 2nd down and 2. That's the first carry of the night, where Jeremiah Naylor goes for 8 yards. Looking with more and more confidence all the time.
Yeah.
Running the football. First carry of the night, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. 2nd down and 2 from the 46. Give it to Jeremiah again. He will get the first down and bust his way to about the 43-yard line. A gain of 3 and a first down for the Tigers.
Good fight there between Naylor and Diego Urola. It looked like they stripped him of the ball, but they had already called the play dead.
So 1st and 10 Tigers from the Bulldogs 43-yard line, leading Calexico 14-6. Looking for their first win in IVL play this year. Fake the handoff. Going to throw it over the middle. Going to complete the pass to Shaw. That is to Perez. And Perez, he's going to get the first down. Good second and third effort is he'll get an extra 8 yards on a pass that was completed at the 40-yard line. And he'll get all the way down to the 31, a gain of 12 and a first down for Ollie.
Good fight by Ollie. He fought for that.
He sure did.
He had 3 Bulldogs on him. That's just look at his side. Oh, wrong one.
That was from Ben Diola at quarterback.
Yep, 5'7", 160 pounds for Ollie. I don't even think he's that big. Excellent speed, excellent hands.
1st and 10 Tigers from the 31 of the Bulldogs. And off to Nader over the left side. He's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. Fumbles the ball. Bulldogs will pick it up and scoop it up at the 50-yard line of the 45 of the Tigers 40 before being brought down as the ball bounced up perfectly for Andrew Rivera to pick it up and take it down the Tigers 37-yard line of first down.
We just seen Dominic, what is his speed? Stop that.
He took that from the 31, so 19, 29, 23-yard return.
Wow.
That hurt.
That hurt. Yeah, you seen how fast Suarez was. He caught him.
Yeah.
And he had a head start on him. Yeah, Naylor was fighting for extra yardage.
They did a good job of stripping it out of his hands. No question on that. And up the middle to Rivera. Rivera will get inside the Tiger 35-yard line to about the 33. It'll be a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6.
Naylor finally brought him down, but not until he gained about 4 there. Did you give him 4 or 5?
I gave him 4.
Okay. Wow. Hopefully we can stop this drive.
Yeah, that changes everything, doesn't it? The Tigers are moving the ball down. It got down to the Calexico 31, looking to try to put some points on the board. Now Calexico has the chance to come back and possibly tie this ball game up. And goes in motion to the near side. And up the middle, gets busted down hard. Nowhere to go on that. The ball carrier is Marin, who scored their touchdown earlier. And it will be a loss back. They're going to put it right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down and 6 from the 34.
Oh, Damon Kendrick. Put a hit on him. Damon's a 6 foot, 250-pound senior. Wow. He's lucky he didn't fumble that.
Yeah, he got hit hard. Back to pass the scare. Rolls out to his right. Has a lot of pressure still up. Now he's going to be brought down the Had a lot of pressure, was able to roll out and get away from some, but not enough to get away from Baylor and Kendrick, it looks like. It'll go out and go way back to the 38-yard line, so a loss of 4, and a fourth down now and 10 from the 38.
Yeah, Kendrick's having a game. I've got him with 6 tackles. And Jeremiah, I have him with 7 for that night.
Big fourth down. Big fourth down for the Tiger defense now. Fourth down and a little over 10 yards to go for the first down.
Yeah, that was a good job by the defensive backers for the Tigers. Had nobody open.
Wide receivers each side of the field for the Bulldogs. And a timeout's going to be called by Calexico. With 6:45 to go in the ball game. It's the Tigers 14 and the Bulldogs 6.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at the Broken Yolk Café. Once again, voted best breakfast in Imperial Valley by you, our customer. Thank you. Now remember, Broken Yolk strives every day to bring you great service and great food. Still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yolk Café and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yolk Café on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
Couple updated scores for you. Just found out the Oakville Vikings came back to defeat Mount Empire 7-3. Wow, was that a close one? And St. Margaret's 48, Calipatriot 0 at the half. And the last report just before halftime, Palo Verde 22, Vincent Memorial 16. So 6-point game there.
Gosh, we've got some good games tonight.
And Jamie Platt, thank you for the kind words. Listening in tonight, another IHS graduate. Fourth down and a little more than 10 yards to go for the Bulldogs from the Imperial 38-yard line. Esquerra will have Marin to his left side, goes back to pass. That's up in the pocket. Going to throw deep and deep to defenders back. Intercepted by Seth Shaw. Seth will get the interception, and that will be his 5th of the season and will stop the Bulldogs. And the Tigers will get possession back at their own 9-yard line, it looks like. Wow.
Now we've got to use up some clock. So we're inside our own 10, right?
Yep, a 9-yard line. So the Tigers, after the interception by Seth Shaw, 6th of the year, have the ball 1st and 10. With 6:35 to go in the ball game, and the ball 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
So we got Vendiola. Oh, we got Zach Ray back there.
Zach Ray, yeah. We haven't seen that this year as a lone running back. He's going to get the call up the middle.
That's CJ.
Is it CJ? Is it?
He looked big.
Oh, it did. He did look big, didn't he? It was CJ Tiernan that will get the call. He did. He looked like Zach back there. I see Zach's on the sideline over here. The CJ will get the call. He'll get a yard on it. It'll be a 2nd down and 9 from the 10-yard line.
My eyes are failing.
Hey, mine too, though. He had me also. 34 yards on 7 carries for C.J. Tiernan.
Jay Platt, where's he at? Is he
Jamie, I'm not sure if he's down here or not. Timeout called by the Tigers with 6:01 remaining in the ball game, and the Tigers leading it by a score of 14-6.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 760-355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers! Start the day off right with your favorite drink from Brick House Coffee, next door to the Brick House Deli. Brick House Coffee has so many drinks to choose from, hot drinks, blend drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, the Brick House Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West 8th Road in Imperial.
2nd down and 9 for the Tigers from their own 10-yard line, leading by a slim 8 points over an inspired Calexico Bulldog team tonight. C.J. Tiernan now at quarterback for Imperial. Seth Shaw will be to his left side. in the shotgun. High snap. CJ's going to carry it. He's going to pitch it out to Ali Perez, and Alejandro will get out to maybe the 11, but nothing more as the Bulldogs are all over that. It's a 3rd down and 8 from the 11. I'm going to call that a run because I think that was thrown backwards.
Backwards, I think so. Yeah. That was a pitch, a long pitch, so with his left hand.
Yeah, that's a dangerous one.
That was dangerous.
That's a long pitch. That was about a 7 or 8 yard pitch to the side. So the Tigers down with a 3rd down and 8 from their own 11-yard line. He need to get a big first down right here.
Vendiola's back in.
Right, Vendiola back in at quarterback. Seth Shaw is to his right side. Back to pass is Vendiola. Penalty flag goes down. A little bubble screen out to Seth Shaw. Shaw breaks off for 1 tackler along the near sideline. Has the first down, but a penalty flag way at the beginning of the play. You see an illegal shift by the Tigers, and that's going to deny the first down. And a great run by Seth Shaw after getting the catch.
Just a big hit.
Yep, illegal shift by the Tigers going to bring that one back. Wow, that hurt. So now they get a 3rd down and 15 back at the 6-yard line. I think the Tigers line needs to move back just a little bit more.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's going on here?
In front of the ball. Move back just a bit. There we go.
They're looking at the coach.
Right. 3rd and 15 for the Tigers from their own 6-yard line. Gosh. So 3rd and 14, I should say.
We don't want to lose the ball here.
No. Vendiola, quarterback, Shaw to his left side. Freshman quarterback looking over the defense. Goes back to pass. Sets up. Takes a look on the long pass, rolls out to his right, getting away from the Bulldogs. Now going to pass on the far side, way over the intended receiver, Jesse Nichols. And the Tigers are going to have to punt, and Ethan Gonzalez-Lopez will have to do it from the end zone.
Oh, smart right there. Get rid of that ball. He was in the end zone. He's getting chased down by the Bulldogs.
Did a good job of faking the long pass, too, the near side, and then rolling away and getting away from the Bulldogs who had heavy pressure on him.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't throw this one because this guy was covered. Dominic was covered.
So the Tigers will have to punt from their own end zone.
Well, we got to see the strength of his arm.
Yep.
Throw that on the line.
Right.
About 30 yards to the sideline.
Ooh. High snap. Punt's going to get off. Could be a pretty good spiral that's going to hit at the 37-yard line. Will come to the near sideline. The Tigers will down it at the 43, but the Bulldogs will have pretty good field position. 1st and 10 from the Imperial 43-yard line with 4:33 to go in the ball game and trailing Imperial by 8.
This is getting interesting.
It is getting interesting. Tigers defense has been out of the field for almost the entire half. The Tigers went 3 and out on this, and on their other possession before that is when they had the fumble. They had just 2 plays on that. So the Tigers have been on defense for the majority of this second half. And they're back out there now. Calexico with the ball 1st and 10 at the Tiger 43. Scare will be at quarterback. Rivera will be behind him. And goes in motion. Is Pradas back to pass the Scare. Going to pass it. Has a receiver open for a moment, but picked off. Intercepted by the Tigers.
Victor Valenzuela.
And Valenzuela will bring the ball back out to the 29-yard line. And big interception for Valenzuela. And that is his first of the season. The Tigers have got the football back. That was a big one at the 29-yard line.
And the receiver who got behind Valenzuela, I was going to say the wind knocked that down, but there's no wind anymore. Not even a little breeze.
No, you're right.
Woo.
Boy, that was close.
That saved us.
The Tigers have the ball 1st and 10. They're on 29-yard line now. 4:23 to go in the ball game. Imperial 14, Calexico 6.
Tigers got to use up some of the clock now.
So a Scare, after completing his first 12 in a row, had 1 incompletion, and his last 2 have finished up with interception.
Yeah, he underthrew that. And if he would have thrown that hard, he had his man behind the defender.
Vendiola handed off to Seth Shaw. Fakes going up the middle, tries to go to the outside, not going to get anywhere at all as the Bulldogs are going to bring him down behind the line of scrimmage, and a loss of a couple. It'll be a 2nd down and 12 from the 27.
And number 18, Carlos Hernandez with the tackle.
That's with just 17 yards on 9 carries tonight. And as we mentioned, he's got an ankle that's very swollen.
The Calexico's quick.
And Calexico's quick. They've done a great job tonight.
They're not very big up front, but I'll tell you what, they're getting the job done.
Yep. Trips left this time for the Tigers. Vendiola, quarterback, fakes the handoff. Going to throw it. Going to complete it to C.J. Tiernan out of the 33-yard line.
Good fight.
They drag a couple, maybe three Bulldogs out to the 37. And we'll make it a third down and about 2 for a first down.
That was all hard there by C.J. Tiernan.
A 10-yard gain on that.
We got about 3rd and 2.
So 3rd down and 2 from the 37. 3 minutes remaining in the game, and the Tigers leading at 14-6. Jeremiah Naylor comes back into the lineup for the Tigers in the backfield. And Tiernan stays in at quarterback. CJ will carry himself up the middle. He'll get the first down to the 40-yard line, still driving to the 42 before being stopped. But a big first down for the Tigers on a 5-yard gain by C.J. Tiernan.
Oh, good push by the Tiger front. 5 there. And then Naylor. He just followed Naylor right behind that Apodaca. And good job. Good pickup. 2:38 and rolling.
So 1st and 10, big first down by C.J. Tiernan at the 42-yard line. Vendiola comes back in at quarterback. And out to Shaw up the middle. Finds a big room up in the middle of the 50-yard line. The 45 of the Bulldogs dragged down at the 43. Big gainer up the middle for Seth Shaw on a first down for the Tigers.
Beautiful little run right up the middle. Good job by the Tigers front four.
15-yard gain, almost doubles his output of the night in one run. And there was a huge
hole there.
Man, the line just put a big monster hole for Seth Shaw. 1st and 10, Tigers to Calexico 43.
But you can see
2:07 to go.
You can see he can't cut. He's got to run
straight. And that was perfect timing for that to have a hole like that. Vendiola will look at the scoreboard. He's going to let some of the time roll off. Shaw stays in the lineup to his left side. Shaw again. This time he'll try to go into the outside. And as you said, he can't cut much, but does have a lot of heart. Gets inside the 40-yard line to the 38. That'll be another 5-yard gain. And a 2nd down and 5 coming up for Imperial. Need to have another first down with 1:36 to go. Get one more first down. I think we pretty well got this settled. Shaw will come to the sideline now as Naylor will come into the backfield with him. Tiernan also returns into the lineup. And Vendiola goes out wide to the right. Trips right with Vendiola as one of the players along with Nichols and Perez. Suarez will come deep wide to the left side. Tiernan gets the snap. Will run to the right side. Uses Naylor's block. Will get a couple of yards. And then turns field and get the first down. There it is. Inside the 30-yard line to about the 27. Great second effort and 11-yard gain by C.J. Tiernan. And a Bulldog is down on the field.
Poor guy. You grab it at me. He's in pain. Poor guy.
Stops the clock with 1:04, and there is a Bulldog that is down on the field while there's time out on the field. We'll take a moment to hear from our sponsors. It's Imperial 14 and Calexico 6.
Priority registration for Imperial Valley College Winter and Spring 2022 intersession begins November 8th. We are providing an amazing opportunity for students to attend Imperial Valley College for free. All you need to do is apply to IVC if you haven't in the last 2 semesters, apply for financial aid, and register for classes. In addition, if you plan on attending IVC full-time, you will receive $800 to assist in the cost of educational-related expenses. If you're attending part-time, you will receive $250. Research the classes you want to take next. 2022 winter schedule is now available. Winter session begins January 3rd. Spring session begins February 14th.
When it comes to great Mexican food, El Zarape restaurant in Imperial should be number 1 because they do it right. From special quesadillas to 17 different burritos, not including 8 different breakfast burritos. Yeah, they have one you will love. The food is great, the service even better. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner at El Zarape. still offering curbside service. Call 760-355-4435. El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial.
Bulldog player still down on the turf, and we're still not able to identify that injured player. We'll get that as soon as we can. Do you have us as 52, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Diego Rola. Oh, he's
one of their captains, and he's been helped up and will go to the sideline with assistance, but you really hate to see that. You mentioned grabbing his knee like
he grabbed his knee right away, but he's rolling back and forth.
Roy Platt says his brother Jamie lives in Calexico.
So he's here.
So, yeah, Jamie lives down here, so glad to have both the brothers with us.
And he was a couple of classes ahead of us, right?
Yeah, I think so. Jamie's a little older than we are.
Yeah. Everybody is.
Yeah, I know. At this point of our life, everybody is, right? Start going back down in age.
I started counting backwards from 50. I'm at 38 now.
So 1st and 10 Tigers from the Bulldog 27-yard line. Kiernan will be in the backfield. Shaw will be to his left side. Shaw gets the call, goes to the outside, tries to turn the corner, does so at the 25-yard line, brought down at the 24, and that'll be a gain of 3, 2nd down and 7.
I was just going to mention, I hope he doesn't go out of bounds here.
Yeah, got to keep the clock running. 39 seconds to go. I don't believe Calexico has any more timeout. So the Tigers will probably just take a knee. That's all they'll need to do one more time and put this one in the books and pick up their first Imperial Valley League win of the season. Now they're going to go ahead and take a shotgun snap. He will go ahead and take a knee as DJ Kiernan, and that will be the ball game. Wow, what a hard-fought game tonight. The Tigers win a ball game. The final score will be Imperial 14, Calexico 6, and really got to tip the cap to the Bulldogs for playing such a tremendous game tonight.
Tough.
We'll take a look at the scoring and wrap up our statistics as our post-game show continues in just a moment.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending the players to special training. Now, through their fundraising efforts from the past and now, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They're always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
8 Express in Imperial is your one-stop convenience store with full-service car wash, gas, and diesel. It's the place for all your snacks, cold drinks, and ice-cold beer. And if you're throwing a party, kegs, wine, and champagne. Everything you need at one convenient location. While you're there, get your vehicle washed and save $1 with 8 gallons of gas or diesel and get the 10th car wash free. Yes, 8 Express is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Highway 86 and 8 Road in Imperial.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Julie Oliver is your local insurance expert that knows the community. You'll get advice that you can trust to help you select coverage that's best for you. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Julie is here to help. Call your local Allstate agent Julie Oliver today at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800. Julie says, please stay safe and healthy. You are in good hands. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Start the day off right by having breakfast at the Broken Yolk Café. Once again, voted best breakfast in Imperial Valley by you, our customer. Thank you. Now remember, Broken Yolk strives every day to bring you great service and great food, still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yolk Café and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yolk Café on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
Well, I bring up the scoring for the ball game tonight. The Tigers had a 7-0 lead going in at halftime with 3:24 to go in the second quarter. 60-yard fumble recovery and touchdown by Pablo Moreno for Imperial. The extra point was good by Ethan Gonzalez-Lopez, and the Tigers led 7-0 at the half. They would double that score with 8:11 to go in the third quarter on a 36-yard touchdown pass from Reese Bendiola to Dominic Suarez. I'm going to add that in here. 36. And the extra point was good. And with 39, it was a one-play, 36-yard drive that came after a fumble recovery, if I remember correctly. And the Tigers had a 14-0 lead. But the Bulldogs would come back with 11:37 to go in the ball game, a 14-play, 8-minute, 34-second drive that was capped by a 5-yard touchdown run by Troy Marin. The 2-point extra point was no good. That left it at 14-6, and that's how this one would end.
Tough game.
Very tough game.
They came to play. Calexico came to play. I love that.
3:44. The Tigers would have 147 yards passing. Reese Vindiola, great job. 10 of 14 in the game for 103 yards and a touchdown. Did have the one interception at the end of the first half, but we're going for it at that time. Then C.J. Tiernan would add 1 of 3 for 44 yards. And in the catching department, the receiving, there would be 1 catch that won by Jesse Nichols of 44 yards. Alejandro Perez, 1 catch for 12 yards. C.J. Tiernan, 4 catches for 28. Zach Ray, 2 catches for 10 yards. Frankie Lopez, 2 catches for 17, and the 1 for the touchdown by Dominic Suarez. Tigers would add 96 yards rushing, 50 by C.J. Tiernan on 9 carries. Seth Shaw, 11 carries, 35 yards. 2 carries for 11 yards for Jeremiah Naylor. 1 carry for a yard by Alejandro Perez, and 1 for -1 by Reese Vindiola. Remember that high snap had nothing, wasn't able to do anything on that. So the Tigers would end up with, 243 yards of offense. For the Calexico Bulldogs, David Esquer would come out just firing. Complete his first 12 in a row for 110 yards, but then would throw 2 interceptions back-to-back. Would end up being 12 of 15 for 110 yards. It would be, 6 catches for 14, 31, 32 yards, 52 yards to Andres Ramirez. That'd be most of it right there. Then you'd have to add in Zeus Pradas, who would have a couple of catches for a net of -1, however. And also Andrew Rivera, who would come up with 3 catches, and that would be a total of 33 yards. And 33 yards. And also Pedro Cruz would come up with a 22-yarder. And I think that'd be of the receiving. And also, be 6 catches for 55 yards for Andres Ramirez, because Zazueta completed 1 pass as well for the 23. So you'd look at 13 of 16 for the Bulldogs passing for 133 yards. But however, rushing, that's where the Tigers just shut them down rushing.
Oh, yeah.
When you look at David Esquer, 6 carries, -31 a net. Abrams Zazueta, 3 for -4. Andrew Rivera, 2 for -2. Zeus Pradas, 2 for 3. They did get some yardage coming from David Rivera. He had 9 carries for 25 yards. Andres Ramirez, 1 carry for 3 yards. And then the 5-yard touchdown run by Marin. So you're looking at a negative yardage total for the Bulldogs rushing, along with the 133 yards passing in the game. So good all-around outlook by the Tigers.
Yes.
And an impressive showing by the Bulldogs.
Oh, I'm so impressed by them. I didn't expect this much from them, because they put up some points, and we knew they could score.
Right.
But I didn't know that they would be able to hold us like they did on defense.
Held the Tigers just 14 points, only 1 offensive touchdown.
Yeah.
The other was the fumble recovery. So their defense did a fantastic job. We'll wrap this ball game up in just a moment. Final score here again was Imperial 14, Calexico 6. We'll be back to wrap it up.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way, keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 760-355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers! Start the day off right with your favorite drinks from Brick House Coffee, next door to the Brick House Deli. Brick House Coffee has so many drinks to choose from, hot drinks, blend drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the Valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, the Brick House Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West 8th Road in Imperial.
Final score here in Imperial, the Tigers defeat the Calexico Bulldogs by a narrow 14-6 score. Other games that went on tonight, Palo Verde really ran it up, though, on Vincent Memorial, 44-16 late in that ball game. So the Scots kind of ran out of gas. The Yellowjackets turned it on. St. Margaret's defeated Calipatria 55-0. Final score, Hoveville 7, Mount Empire 3. And that's the other games that were around the Valley. Again, last night, Central defeated Southwest in the city championship 42-0, and the Brownies Wildcats had the night off. Of course, the bell game will decide the Imperial Valley League championship next Friday night at Cal Jones Field, and that'll be interesting, which we will monitor throughout the game. The Tigers now 5-4 on the season. Will wrap up the regular season at home next Friday night against Southwest. The Calexico Bulldogs dropped to 4-5 on the season, and they end their regular season with their city championship against Vincent Memorial.
Okay.
Right. That'll be next week. So we'll keep tabs on that game with you as you join us next Friday night. We want to thank all of our sponsors, the Imperial Quarterback Club, and serving Imperial High School students for school activities and sports programs for over 60 years. Brick House Deli, serving your favorite drinks all day, and next door the Brick House Deli with big, bold, fresh flavors. And open for breakfast and lunch at Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Dayton Express, the corner of Highway 86 and Dayton Road in Imperial. They have it all with ice-cold drinks, snacks, gas, diesel, and a state-of-the-art car wash. Our thanks to El Zarape Restaurant. When it comes to Mexican food, they do it right. Food is great, service even better. Our thanks to Imperial Tiger Football Association, fundraising and supporting Tiger football for many years. Our thanks to the Broken Yolk Café. Margaret promises tomorrow we're going to go there.
Oh, you're off.
I have tomorrow off, so we're going to be at the cafe in the morning about 7 o'clock. Once again, voted best breakfast in the Imperial Valley, open daily at 7 o'clock. Our thanks to Imperial Valley College, where you can look into enrolling in all sorts of things. Automotive tech, they have all sorts of stuff in the new semester quarters coming up at the first of the year, so you could go sign up right now at Imperial Valley College. And our thanks to Julie Oliver and Allstate Insurance for all your insurance needs. We thank all the sponsors for being with us.
All the sponsors. Thank you. Couldn't do it with us. And everybody back at the studio also.
I want to thank Kurt Hoffman for keeping us updated on the scores tonight. Gabe Lamoose for running all the buttons back there. A game I thought coming into it, Imperial would win, but I didn't know it would be by only 8 points. This was an inspired Calexico Bulldog team. They came out, wanted to prove that they've got something on this football field, and they did a great job of doing it.
Yes,
they really put a scare on the Tigers on homecoming night.
Yes, if it wasn't for those 2 interceptions after that fumble, that they put a scare in us.
Right.
Interceptions.
And the fumble recovery for a touchdown by Pablo Moreno. That was huge. I mean, we only had 1 touchdown besides that.
It'd be a different game.
Right. It'd be a different game completely. So, final score here in Imperial as we'll wrap it up. The Imperial Tigers 14, the Calexico Bulldogs 6. We thank you for joining with us tonight and invite you back next Friday night as the Tigers will host the Southwest Eagles. Good night as we return it back to the main studios of KXO Radio.
AM 1230, KXO El Centro.
I'm glad that we are different.
The best oldies on the radio.